we're getting into the game, I'm going to tab over to this screen. I'm going to turn some music on, and we need to discuss where we're starting, friends. So, at the end of the last episode, we... We stopped in Trollskull Alley with Connie and Brayden stepping out of Vincent Trench's abode with a very powerful weapon in their arsenal in their fight against Manshoon to free their brother Lawrence. At the same time, the twins came back from Fala Lavalier's place with Salcom being very, very ill. Now, we could pick it up right there. We could pick it up a little bit later with everybody reconvened in Rashal's shop, or we can pick it up somewhere else entirely. Does anybody have a starting scene they want to do? Don't everybody speak up at once now.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, I feel like just starting off with all of us there so we can chat is a good idea.
Okay. I'm gonna turn you up a little bit, Brightwin, because you're a little bit quiet on my side.
Can tell you right now, if we start all reconvened at Rashal's shop, Salcom's just gonna be laying on the floor.
Okay, that sounds like a decent place to start. So we fade in on the Bookworm's treasure. Everybody, including Asvile, Tristan, and Rashal, minus Lawrence, are there. Salcom is down on his back, like holding his stomach, and I think we fade in on Tristan. I feel like Tristan and one of the KnightLites are arguing, not like vehemently, but like they're opposed. Who would Tristan be arguing with? I feel like it would either be Rockham, Brayden, or Connie.
Well, that depends entirely on what his point is.
His point is, like, that you guys are not in any state to fight Manshoon. I think we fade in on you know, Papa Tiefling, like, literally saying, like, I'm aware of the circumstances, but... And he just gestures at Salcom. You're not in any state to fight an Archmage. But I'm curious who he's opposed with.
But we can't just sit around here and wait. We're running out of time.
Yeah, we don't. It could be both of us. We don't have much of a choice.
I'll have you know it doesn't take much energy to take a couple hits. I just gotta stand there and be a wall. Oh god.
Yes, against a necromancer. And Tristan just, like, turns his back to Salcom and looks at the two of you, and he says, at least give it the night. After a rest, we'll all feel a great deal better, and then we can at least face this bastard in top form.
We can't.
You will, but 3 of us are gonna be exactly where we were today.
Why?
Magic.
Roger did this magic thing where it's like we rested, but we haven't yet. I think is the best way to put it.
We were put inside of our future selves so we could have the benefits of a night's rest.
But we gotta sleep it off twice.
If not more.
If I go to sleep on this floor right now, I will feel like death.
You look like it.
You sound like it.
I already feel like it. I don't know what I'm talking about.
The point is, we have to do this now or hope that he's still alive in 2 or 3 days. If not longer.
Alright, so who's affected precisely?
Connie raises a hand.
Raise my hand. Point at Salcom.
Everyone but Brayden and Pierce, I think.
I feel fine, says Asvile.
Okay. Fair cue. Asvile too.
Alright, so... Do we know where he is?
Embrick does.
Yeah.
We were
We
told
have to talk to Ember.
I don't know. Do you guys have any idea?
Talk to
were
Ember.
told Embrick does.
Right up the street.
Alright.
I feel like that's a thing we pull when we're ready.
Right, you're really quiet.
Yeah, I keep turning him up,
sorry.
and he keeps dropping back down.
I mumbled that time. That time was my bad. I feel like that's a card we pull when we're ready. When we know what we're doing.
Are we going to be? Ready, I mean.
As ready as we can.
Yeah.
I have a proposition.
Alright.
Call it pragmatism. He sighs. Go to ground. Hide. Go somewhere secret, if you have such a thing. And wait. Take your friends with you. Get out of sight. Get every target you can think of beyond reach. And then deal with this curse that our beloved Blackstaff has bestowed upon you. In the interim, you two, he gestures at Brayden and his valet, will come with me. We'll find Lawrence, get him back, and if we can bloody Manshoon's nose, all the better.
I think like Braden like slightly looks at Connie and like taps where he put the pipe and it's like, did we tell him?
Connie seems like she's mulling over whether or not to.
Cool. I'm gonna roll insight for Tristan. He's pretty good at insight.
Yeah, that's fair.
What would you say would be the number to beat to realize that you two are having a conversation?
Braden's being pretty subtle, so I'd say high-ish.
Give me a number.
You could always roll for it.
Say between the two, you're like a 14, maybe.
Yeah, okay.
13.
Make a deception check, Brayden.
Okay.
Alright.
My worst stat, great.
You'll
Okay.
be fine.
All right.
I mean, I was gonna say 18, but no, fair.
Fair dues. He didn't beat that, so
Oh, well, there you go.
yeah, it's up to Connie.
Do we tell him we have a demon in our back pocket?
I mean, you do. His name's Tristan Seargaze.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, we have 2 demons in our back pockets.
Do we have a reason not to?
I don't think she says anything, but the hesitation, like, I think she more makes a face, like, bad plan.
What is it, Dove?
Sure.
Darn.
I mean, no, I think he's more concerned about the face that you made. Like, he doesn't know that you're talking to Brayden, but, like...
Right. I'm sorry, my brain completely blanked there for a second.
It happens.
Okay, yeah, so I think, like, Tristan is just going purely off of the face that you made, right? He doesn't suspect anything from you and Brayden, but he says, like, if there's more information you have, I feel we should pool our resources. Is now really the time for, well, silence?
I mean, I have a Hail Mary in my back pocket, but it's not ideal.
Go on.
The short answer is dragon.
What color?
Brass.
It was brass?
Bronze,
Bronze.
actually.
I knew it was one of the two.
I thought it was brass. Oopsies.
Him too. He's bronze. As far as
How
I'm aware.
big?
I think he goes to like gesture with his arms, pauses,
Last
gestures
time,
with his arms. His head is about this big.
I don't know if it gives you any indication, but he said he isn't old enough to make himself smaller yet.
Yeah, I think Tristan. I think this would be. It's either history or arcana, but they're the same roll for Tristan, so. I'm gonna roll history. Okay. I think, yeah, he rolled pretty high. And I think he rolled high enough to say, Master Rashal, what life stage would that be? And Rashal, like, nod. Because of course Rashal knows. Because of course Rashal knows.
It's Rashal.
He says, sounds something like a young adult at most, Master Sirgaze. It's not invulnerable by any means, but certainly a useful ally in the coming battle. Yes, but do we want a dragon flying over the city of Waterdeep? Given that metallic dragons, such as myself and Xenophon, are typically aligned with the ideals of good and righteousness, does the common people know that? You make a valid point. Is there a way that we could secret this Xenophon to where we require his services?
Given the size of him, probably not.
And
That's the
Unless
hang-up.
anyone has an invisibility potion.
and given the way he likes to act, I would say he wouldn't be up for it if you did.
He doesn't seem like the quiet type.
He's the "here I come to eat your shit" type. Remember what
Eat
he
your
did?
seafood, to be specific.
It sounds rather familiar, wouldn't you say? Tristan grins at Salcombe.
Took me a second.
Okay, fair
There's a
dues.
reason I've been not
It wasn't just a dig at Salcombe, it was a dig at Salcombe and Tristan. Like, they're both like that. Like,
Yeah,
That's fair. So I feel like if we pull the Xenophon card, it's gonna be very loud and very noticed.
I was.
I
saying
am
we
not
should
against any tactic that gets Lawrence back to us, but at the same time, we should ensure that it works.
Any tactic?
Why?
What you got?
Vincent Trench did offer to help.
He
And he
did.
seems rather vehement against
Oh,
Manshoon.
Vincent Trench offered that. The city is huge. I'm going to use some information. And Rochelle
Right,
says, Master Trench is a private investigator here in Trollskull Alley, often works with the Watch, and has served the people of Waterdeep for many years. Oh, right, I see how he could help us find Lawrence, but I'm not sure
Oh
what...
no, Tristan. No. He's a lot more than what he looks.
A lot more.
His hands are backwards.
Okay, so
That Connie cringes at that.
does Tristan know about a Rakshasa? I have to make a religion check, which he's not
find
very
out.
good at. I'll say DC
Remain-
15. No. Tristan says, I think just... Yeah, I'm very sorry for what I'm about to say. Tristan says, so he's an invalid. He's a spellcaster of some description.
You could say that.
Spellcaster, yes. I wouldn't call him an invalid.
If
I'm
his
sorry,
hands
what's
are
an
on the
invalid?
wrong side, stuff, I'd say that's a rather problematic scenario. I would say a subject of torture or something.
I mean, not when you're a demon.
Oh, you fuck's sake.
Face palm.
it's Tristan. It's fine.
He's a friend.
I think Tristan just like narrows his eyes. Was that directed at me, Salk?
No, that was directed at Vincent.
Out of character, remind me, doesn't Rochelle already know about...
Rochelle knows, yeah, Tristan doesn't.
Yeah,
It's a shared secret within.
Trollskull Alley.
cool.
Yeah.
Aye.
Yep. Tristan has no idea what you're on about.
I don't remember what they're called. Sorry, He like rolls over, turning pale.
Yeah, right.
Paler than it already is, oh god.
He's getting there.
You're gonna
He's
end up
gonna go
looking like your
translucent
bandages,
and
so-
just disappear.
Master Sirgaze, Vincent Trench is not quite a demon, as Master Salcombe has described. And he's looking at the rest of you like, am I finishing this sentence?
It's like, yeah, go ahead.
Fuck it at this point, yeah.
Connie's just like, I have no idea what to do here, so.
Yeah, she says, devil would be more precise, a servant of the hells. It's a Rakshasa, Master Sirgaze. Can he be trusted?
He's been very trustworthy so far, so...
I
He hasn't
have
fucked us up yet.
no doubt whatsoever that Vincent Trench, or whatever his demonic or infernal nom de guerre might be, is entirely trustworthy. Yes.
If it makes you feel better, I think he attacked someone to protect Connie.
He did.
Yeah.
did.
At the very least, he's not our enemy.
Why are we being secretive about this?
The people of Waterdeep aren't exactly too keen.
We are not the people of Waterdeep.
We also didn't know how
The
you
people
would
outside that door are.
Alright, fair
Because-
enough. I have no intention of running down the street shouting that Vincent Trench is a Rakshasa. I don't even know who Vincent Trench is. Furthermore, if we're comparing scars and public faces, and it just like pushes his hat up with one finger,
I mean, that's fair.
That's
I
very
dare
fair.
say I have him beat. I dare say some of you have him beat. Speaking
aren't you publicly registered as what you are, though?
It doesn't stop them from shooting at me.
Fair due, but won't the guards help?
Not if they're the ones loading the crossbows.
Yeah, that's. There's a reason we've been protective this whole time.
You've got a point.
Yes, fair enough. Someone takes a shot at Tristan Sirges, they will likely face fines and, hard labor. However,
But-
I'm still dead.
Yeah.
They've won. On the
Point being-
topic of things that the public wouldn't approve of, and he looks at Sarkum and then turns to Rockham. What was that?
The transformation, as it were. It's
No, the smell of fresh spring flowers. Yes,
Roll.
Oh, that's
the
my
transformation.
herb kit.
Yes, the transformation. That's new.
That was a blessing of Mother Bear, and he does that half turn look at that Rockham. Wolf?
He's just like staring at you.
But Wolf, right?
Yeah.
Did you have
went
an
about our
actual religious experience while you were here in Waterdeep? Seems a bit far.
I mean, you could say that. Apparently, they went to and they puts up fingers for air quotes Valor Home.
Well,
No
hold
air
on.
quotes about it.
You may want context for why it happened. We were in a bit of a bad spot, and I ended up encountering Lolth, and that was wild.
At that point, Tristan widens his stance and just bug eyes at you for a second. And he says, "I'm sorry.
had
Did you
almost
say
forgotten.
Lolth,
Yeah, Spider Lady.
goddess of spiders, empress of the Drow?
That's
Yeah,
the one.
Are you marked?"
he does that half turn thing again. Am I what?
That's a
Not that way, no.
We're
as far
going
as
to
I can tell.
circle back to that. Constance, can you provide some context, please? He calls you Dove, not Constance. Never mind. Dove, could you provide some context, please?
Right, for context, Salk had a fucky religious experience, scared him shitless a bit, but
Why?
he also started wondering about,
What happened? Start from the beginning.
the Clan Grawl and their
Start-
beliefs and why
Connie.
their dad kept it from them, and
Connie.
Connie.
Yeah.
Start from the farm.
Waterdeep.
what?
Why
Start with
did
the farm.
Loth call on Sockham exactly?
More like he called on any god that.
Why did he call? Wait, he stops. He's like, why did he? And then he turns to Sockham. Why did you call? How do you even know that name?
No, he just called out to any god that would listen.
We were kind of dying.
You called
I
out
was-
to any god that would listen.
There was a wild.
Yes, it was a
Okay,
very,
okay, hang on. Sockham, what's your fucking armor class?
Oh.
Yes, it was a very
If
stupid
he
move.
goes for a kick, I'm gonna try and stop it.
He's not gonna go for a kick. Sorry?
Okay.
16.
Okay.
It says I have my shield equipped. I need to fix that.
Okay, what is it without your dexterity, out of curiosity?
Without my dex.
Do you?
15.
15. Okay. So, he's not gonna kick him, but he is gonna, reach down and try to, bap him on the head.
That's fair.
Uh,
Reach
I'm-
down? Oh wait, he's on the floor.
yeah, he's on the floor. Yeah. And it's just like,
I'm sorry.
what
Reach
did I
out.
tell you about words of power? What did I tell any of you about words of power?
There was a wild magic storm, and I was the only one on my feet. I was scared.
If I had to
And now
hazard
he
a,
knows better, right?
if I had to hazard a guess, and that actually was Loth that answered, you were precisely more scared after the fact, were you not?
I was honestly, it was kind of a reprieve, so I had time to collect my thoughts. So I kind of went and picked people up.
Right. I'm going to go out on a limb and say none of you have been to a cleric since then.
Trying to
How
think
long
what
ago was this?
What was it, like a week or two?
something like that.
Alright. One thing at a time, Tristan. One thing at a
There's,
time.
there's been a lot going on.
We are dealing with that soon.
Good idea.
I'm never calling on a god ever again.
I didn't say that, just... Tristan, like, slumps into a chair.
Yeah.
When you call on whoever is listening, those who respond feed on desperation. They don't have your best interest at heart. I warned you about such beseechment.
Worse than dying?
In some cases, immensely.
Good to know.
Caro died. Rockham got
I
chewed up
would...
by mounds.
Listen, Lolth is not as bad as Bane. Or, gods forbid, Malar.
Who's Malar? What?
The Beast
Leave it
Lord,
locked in.
Master of the Wild Hunt. It's a long story.
God
of Slaughter.
I lucked out with
hold
one.
on.
Good to know.
Hold on, Master Beat. That feels relevant. He's
I
like,
don't
he
see
like
how it
rolls,
could possibly be relevant.
He like rolls onto his back and is like gesturing at his chest. Like that feels relevant.
Why does that feel relevant?
Why does that feel relevant?
Why does that feel relevant?
Unless your mother was, I don't know, bitten by a chosen of Malar, you're fine.
He does. He gives Rock.
Right up my throat.
He gives Rockham that look.
Yeah,
Like,
Rockham's like choking on a piece of like something he was chewing on.
What?
Nothing. Just drink some water.
Mom might be.
I know that she. I know what your mother is, Sockham. There's a difference between being turned by a werewolf and a chosen of Malar. Malar hasn't been seen in any of the realms for hundreds of years. It's fine.
And then we're fine.
Oh well then. Should be all hunky dory.
So
someone
you
that
called,
hasn't been
you
seen
called
in
upon
forever?
Lolth to save you, and she granted you the ability to transform?
No.
No. She offered me an axe. I turned it down.
Thank the gods. Alright, go on.
And then after we escaped that situation, I was scared and I wanted to know more about our people and our beliefs. So I had Connie send me under, in a sense, and Rockham joined me for the
Tristan
endeavor.
looks at you with a flaming eyebrow, Connie, like, what?
What did you do?
I did
Send
for them
you
one of the...
under what, precisely? I understood you were involved with Pierce.
Oh
Never
my.
mind. Go on.
No, I did for them one of the rituals out of character. I'm blanking on her name.
Who?
Their mom.
Hey,
Oh,
Ayla.
Ayla.
One of the Ayla rituals Ayla would have me set up for her occasionally. And
Oh, you mean the ones
apparently it
that
was pretty
help
potent.
foster her control of her curse? You mean those rituals, the medicinal ones?
What?
I
Just
swear, you
flat
children
what?
don't absorb anything.
she probably wasn't told what they were for.
I expected this from the twins, Dove, but not from you.
To be fair, we're not always a great influence.
I didn't have this context.
You were 14. Of course you don't have this context. Yes, the rituals that you helped Ayla with were to control the curse that she has. The curse that she passed on to her progeny.
Face palm.
I'm sorry.
Directly to the forehead.
I'm sorry. Are you trying to imply that Connie doing this did not allow us to commune with our ancestral home?
It obviously did. We were there.
But wait, Wait, I've been saying, just for the record, it's not lycanthropy. Are you saying this is lycanthropy? I'll cry if you say yes.
I think Tristan just like glares at you, like
He just rolls back over.
you were. Regardless of what she did, you are both born of a parent with lycanthropy, so anything that you have of that nature. Sokum, your ability to persevere through harm is because of your mother's lycanthropy.
I mean, I haven't seen a downside to it yet. Knock on wood.
Other than the fact you can't talk well on it.
Yeah, we can get around that.
Okay, so do we need to worry about contamination, or is this like
Y'all
self-contained,
turned
or
into one by now, I think.
More importantly, am I gonna lose control?
No.
It is
I
not
wouldn't
beyond the realm of possibility.
Because I've used this a good couple of times since I got it.
Don't bite anyone that you don't intend to kill. That goes for you as well, Rockham.
He has like a thinking face trying to remember if he's let anyone go after biting him. I don't think I've bitten anyone yet, though.
Sock'em rolls over, making a mental note. I can bite people.
You can bite people in that form as well, just a fair warning.
As far as I'm aware, I don't think I've bitten anybody in a long time.
The only thing I've bitten is that hunk of ham.
Did you finish it off, or is there a wereham running around Waterdeep?
Okay, Ricky, I need to see my drawing.
There's a level one shot for you.
Yeah,
that he is a wareham?
You're not wrong. Alright, so we will worry about that. Do you? We might. Vajra, I think, could cure. Anyway. We'll worry about that when we get Lawrence back. It's not an issue right now. The Loth thing is a bigger. Oh, gods, I
One thing at a
cannot
time.
believe you did that. Sokko,
I
I
haven't-
cannot
I haven't-
believe you did that.
I haven't seen any bad downside yet.
Yep.
Aside, getting scared shitless.
She is the queen of deception and trickery. You wouldn't. Please tell me none of you have had a run-in with Drow assassins since then. Isvile immediately hides behind Brayden.
Yeah, Braden slightly looks down and just like,
Funnier
What?
prospect is Belay and Braid try to hide behind each other.
Tristan's got like the dad glare at Brayden now. Like, what did you do?
mind how I mentioned that we run into Jaskiel?
Jarlaxle.
Jarlaxle. He
Oh,
also had
right.
a
Good.
small
Wonderful.
band.
Okay.
He also had a
Did that
small
have
band of-
anything to do with him?
Thankfully, no.
Right. Okay. I knew that sending you all out here without a chaperone was a poor decision, but I thought it was just my inexperience as a father. Turns out, Dove, I was right.
I mean, we've been holding our own so far. Not
We're
very well.
alive.
We've-
You
I
are
just
alive,
imagine-
that is true. And two of you are now active lycanthropes. You may or may not be marked by the Queen of Spiders, and Lawrence is being held by an insane archmage. Pardon me, no, that's not right. The vat-created clone of an archmage.
That
What's
one wasn't
next?
right.
Hallister Bloody Blackcloak?
With enough time.
Looks at Pierce.
I imagine Pierce is like ducks behind a bookshelf.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably.
Pierce is not being, like, trying to avoid Tristan K's.
Sock'em rolling over, remembering he told an archmage about Hamburridge.
We'll get to that later.
Just for my
that's-
own curiosity, you haven't, I don't know, had any other experiences I should know about? You weren't drawn into the domain of a vampire. You didn't have tea with Mordenkainen. You weren't asked on a mission by Elminster or anything like that.
I
Dark.
think Sock'em gets up. I think I should go get some water.
We got gifted Trollskull Manor by Volo Gedarn.
Oh, of course you did. Of course. What's next? Raina Neverember is sleeping there.
Yes.
Yes.
Sometimes.
He's dressed as a worker.
It's been a busy couple of weeks.
I'm staying in this city. I am staying here because you children are... And he goes to say something, and Rashal says, Master Sirges, before you go on whatever deserved tangent you're about to embark upon, it should be noted that they have saved the city multiple times, and since their arrival they have been awarded accolades through the many guilds and saved my life on more than one occasion. Tristan pauses. You are exactly like me at your age. Exactly. He looks at Connie. Exactly.
Concerns me.
She just grins mischievously. I learned from the best.
No, you didn't. Because I was indisposed.
Well, you're here now.
I mean, you were there when it counted.
Yeah.
Way to kill the
So
mood.
we need to figure out what to do about your brother.
Yes, we do.
And I still think the best option is to send in the rogues.
Probably, yeah. We're not in a shape. As much as I want to, we're not
If
in
my
much
old
shape.
team were here, and the same situation had transpired, myself and Derek, you met him, would be doing exactly what I'm proposing.
Damn it, Gamzee.
What was that noise?
Gamzee is waddling in his chair.
No, my father was messing with some jars.
I thought it sounded like a mason jar.
I was hearing,
Point
like,
is-
the twist of a dial on the laundry.
The problem
So we
is,
send in the
if
rogues
we
to...
break Lawrence out of whatever holding facility he's in, we're probably going to have to carry him out, Brayden. Let's just say the Archmage is not going to be very happy with us. And if he can't find us, he's going to level that anger on... And he gestures around the shop.
Which means we need to get everyone to a safe spot.
Or take him out.
We can use one of our trump cards, as it were.
Can the Rakshasa do it?
Probably.
We could use the ensuing firefight to get Lawrence out. What did you promise him? The devil, I mean.
Can't do
Gamzee,
very
you
loud.
chewing your mic, dude.
Please just don't.
God, fucking damn.
What did you promise him?
We promised we would bring him if we ever managed to find the vault.
In exchange for this? That doesn't sound so bad. That's not what you promised him for Manshoon, by the way.
And more.
Okay, then make a deception check.
I'm trying to remember if Rockland was there when that happened. I don't think he was.
No, it was just me.
Number to beat, Connie, is 17.
Here we go. This isn't gonna go well.
I don't think Rockland has a reason to think you're lying, so...
Roll 20?
Out of character, I can't remember what we promised him for this, but I knew that wasn't what we promised him.
Manshoon's soul.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
You promised him whatever soul was in Manshoon. Roll 20 is crash. I don't know what you rolled.
It's crashed on my side
Yeah,
as well.
crashed here.
What'd you get, Connie?
I got an 11 and a 22.
Okay, so yeah, 17 beats 11, unfortunately. So I think yeah, you say like be there at the vault, and Tristan is like halfway through saying like that doesn't sound so bad, and then he just like glares at you. And he says, "What has the city taught you, Dove? I don't approve of that."
Was there more to it?
Like brain just sighs and it's like whatever's left of what's inside Manshoon. soul or whatever.
Oh, Tristan relaxes immediately.
Yeah.
Deserved, all
Oh,
things
is that
considered.
all?
Yeah, exactly.
Huh.
That doesn't
I'm-
seem so much the problem.
I'm sorry, you're perfectly fine with that.
Should we not be?
I mean, no, like,
I think Tristan pushes his hat up again, and he says, "Every time I look in the mirror, Sockham,
Oh no.
Stockholm like looks at Connie like, I think I'm kind of fucked up here. I don't know what that means.
I'm confused about this too. What?
you don't know. Like, you don't know what Tristan means by that. You can ask him."
Well, I assumed it was because Tiefling.
What do you mean?
I was thinking self-hatred.
They say that you shouldn't throw stones unless you are without sin. I haven't taught you everything, Sockham.
Hmm? Sorry. What lesson have I missed?
And Rashal is looking very interested at Tristan now. He says, I have an ability, a spell, if you will, but it's not quite a spell in the sense of good Master Rashal or the things that I've taught you. I can wear a man's face, but I have to kill him first.
Yikes.
I think he says that like while Stockham's midway through taking like a sip of something, and he just does that thing where his head rears back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Connie's got like that dial-up noise for a brief moment while that registers.
Uh-huh.
That is both
I'm
interesting
sorry.
and terrifying.
I'm sorry. So you're telling us if you killed, for the sake of hypotheticals, the Merciless, you could wear his pudgy face?
And Tristan nods.
Is it just the face, or is it like a top to bottom?
It's a transformation, but it's a bit more than an illusion. I get his memories as well.
Whoa, that's
It's more useful than the cantrips that I've taught Sockham.
That is utterly terrifying.
A
That's
bit, yes.
Can I learn it?
You don't want to, believe me. Killing should never be easy, Sockham. And it's entirely too
Yeah.
mundane for me.
we
To
did
me.
just clear a dock of people, and I'm still mulling that over.
Thinks about the guy he accidentally shoved Azure Edge's handle through.
Right.
I just forgotten about that. Oh, that still makes me squirm.
I feel so bad about that.
That's a bright one note. That makes me squirm every time you bring it up.
I feel so bad about it. I
If
really
you-
do. Because I looked at this man like a hot dog, and the whole bottle of mustard went.
Yeah, it is. Tristan
Oh, that
says,
made the image so much worse.
That's a hell of an analogy.
if we
Yeah.
are discussing dark deeds, then yes, fine, fair enough. There is more blood on my hands than any of you combined.
Something I've been meaning to ask.
Yes, the
Daggle?
tale is real.
Well,
What did you
no,
say?
He said, yes, the
Daggle-
tale is real.
I
I'm not gonna insight that, but it'd be funny.
that no. I figured it was. I honestly hoped it was real because that would be weird. No. Daggle, from the sounds of how Rainier speaks, Daggle wouldn't have gone easily.
No.
What kind
Well-
of resistance? What kind of resistance did he give?
Well, he was Lord of Waterdeep at the time.
So he pinned Waterdeep against you?
He tried.
That's a tad uncreative.
A bit. He didn't wake up the statues or anything, if that's what you're asking.
I'm just curious because if this vault is his, I'm just wondering
No,
what
it's
kind
not
of
his. Technically speaking, it's the people of Waterdeep's.
Right, but he
Oh.
set it up, right?
If whatever alterations he may have made, I'm curious what sort of defenses he would have put up.
Technically, no, he didn't make it. He just utilized it. It was discovered and repurposed.
Ah,
So it was already there.
He nods.
Wonder who put it there.
That I don't know. The city is very old. I just know who found it.
You know what? I'm going back to what I said when we first heard about this place. If it was already there, and it's called the Vault of Dragons, I'ma bet you it's called the Vault of Dragons because there's a fucking dragon living in it.
There wasn't at the time, if that's what you're asking.
Plot twist.
I feel like that's just a little bit too genre savvy.
I don't know what's in there now, but
Well, we know for sure there's money.
we don't, actually.
Until we see it.
We know there
Yeah, it's
should
all
be money.
rumors.
For all we know, it's been looted by now. Perhaps even from underneath. There's apparently drow in the city.
Fair enough.
If we're lucky enough, we'll find out someday.
The only issue I have is I don't know how to open it.
Well, we
Work in
have a
progress.
solution.
The stone.
Yeah, once we get Lawrence back, we can start working on that.
Agreed. So,
You know, we could go with one of those original plans and ask the stone for Manshoon's weakness.
yes,
Oh,
but
you weren't
what do
supposed
we
to-
do if the damn aboleth says hit him very hard over the head?
Well, then we think of something else.
Then we
If the aboleth says hit him very hard over the head, we're no worse off than we were right now.
then
We
throw
are,
the biggest hammer
actually,
we have
because
at
then you've made contact with the damn aboleth.
Yeah, that's fair.
Those things are not our friends, Dove.
him. They're-
If I might interrupt, forgive me for having a say in this bloodthirsty conversation. No offense, Master Seergaze, but why not simply insert yourselves with the duplicitous nature of Master Braden and Master Coy and Miss Rosnar, and call in the cavalry?
Actually a really good plan.
Hmm.
Then get the hell out of there.
Quiet. Just get the hell out. Hells. Tristan would say hells. Do we have a way? Do we have a fast exit?
You got those fancy new boots. Those will help.
True.
Tristan
But
looks down. I
that's-
don't have
that
anything.
Oh, that's one person.
I don't either, but I'll probably be on your shoulder.
It's not necessarily something for speed, perhaps, but I do have that Featherfall scroll I've been holding on to for about a week. If you
I
guys
think
end up needing it.
from behind the bookcases, Pierce is still like hiding. He says, "I have a slow fall invention from the Temple of Gond."
Also that.
Invention?
I'm not sure how well it will work, or if he gives his blessing for the plan, but Azure Edge possesses a returning property.
Okay.
How does that help you?
Me? Not much. One of
One of us holds onto the handle and he just recalls it.
That's not how returning works, unfortunately.
Oh, no?
That'd
Nope.
be funny if it did, though.
You
Well, then we
cannot
stop it.
return something that is in the possession of someone else,
Okay.
So we tie a rope. No, okay.
Even as he's attuned to it?
even if he's attuned to it.
Okay.
Oh well, worth a
Sadly,
shot.
you can't like Thor it. So
That
No,
is-
unfortunately.
That's good.
not
to
yet.
know. I didn't know that.
Things to work on, maybe.
I mean, frankly, if we're going to call the Rakshasa, then we can go and get Lawrence back tonight.
yeah,
Agreed.
and then just run for it, basically.
Wait,
Basically.
you really think that it's that easy?
It's a rock shots.
Oh,
I mean,
if
yeah.
it's a Rakshasa, yes, actually.
From what I've been gathering, they're pretty beefy.
Then we need to figure out.
Reagan, do you
Uh,
think you can get in and get your brother?
I can be on
Probably,
standby
yeah.
somewhere nearby.
Actually,
I'm sneak.
now that's a problem.
What's up?
What?
Lawrence might not be in the best of health, so it would make sense if you went with him, Dove. Unfortunately, and do forgive me for saying so, you've never been rather light on your feet.
No, but I have been rather light in the wing.
And
We've-
Rockham like holds up the little necklace that they made. Actually, he'll just hand it over to Braid while we're talking about it.
That
I
could
can
work.
be more than just a bear or a cat, remember?
Aye, but I haven't fought with you before. I don't know your tactics.
Fair enough.
Bear.
Is this a tactic? Or, pardon me. Is this a fight, Brayden? Or do we intend subtlety? Because if it's the latter, with all due respect, I don't think the twins should go.
With absolutely all due respect, I don't think I can go if it's a stealth, if it's much of a in and out thing anyway.
I can be stealthy, but not. And he gestures a thumb toward Braden, not that level of stealthy.
Brayden, I
You
can
got
handle
any
it.
spells or anything to help in that regard?
I'm nearly tapped, unfortunately. Let
I
me
can, like-
check something with Rashal really quick.
Because out of character, I got a spell in mind, but I don't know if Rock actually has it.
Rock
have
definitely
eight, I
does
can
not
give
have
you-
it, but Rashal might.
I can give you 5 temporary HP for a little while, but
Because Pass Without Trace would be great.
yeah, I don't have that one yet. I'm planning on getting it when I can, but yeah, I can give you 5 temporary hit points for 8 hours, which is something, but
I mean, if you
it's not
take,
gonna help if you get fingered.
if you plan to take less than 10 minutes, I can give you some bard magic.
Druids, Rangers, and Trickery Domain.
I mean, consider we don't actually know where Manshoon is.
Yeah, this will be.
No, unfortunately, Rashal cannot do Pass Without Trace.
Damn. Well, Rockham makes a mental note to maybe get that in the future.
I have every confidence that Brayden and I can get inside and potentially get Lawrence out. And Constance is with us. I'm sure she can assist. If Rockham, she pauses to make sure she got that right.
He
And
nods.
you, Master Serges, could be nearby and provide fire support or a distraction. I think this could work.
Yeah, I have pretty good distance on the bow. It's more alleyways and corners that we'd be worried about. But
Then I think we have a plan, save for one thing.
what's up?
Where the fuck is he?
Oh, we need to go
And
see
to
him,
that
quick,
end,
quick.
apparently we need to speak to this Embrick.
Yep.
That was the chap at the smithy, I believe, yes?
Yep.
The fire ganassi, yes.
Do you want? I can go and handle it, and you can make preparations.
Might be
before
better
we-
us,
Go ahead.
because we're, like, close. Would be the word, though.
Would you
Before
prefer
we,
I stay away?
I don't think it would help either way.
You were going to say, Rockham.
It won't be much, but in case something happens, I can give you a bit extra durability, as it were. It lasts for about 8 hours, so if I'm not going to use the spell, I may as well give you something, right?
Anything that could shield us from Manshoon implies raising his ire. I don't think any of us are in a position to do that.
Out of character, it's just 5 temporary HP, but
Aye.
it could make the difference, but yeah.
It absolutely will not make a difference.
I don't know, just every HP matters, you know?
Not in this case. Manshoon
I
doesn't
have
need
8
HP
and
to kill
spike
you.
growth, so not a lot in the book right now.
Right, well, whoever is going to go should go, and the rest of us should prepare. And those of you who aren't going to be helping directly, and he's looking at Salcom, perhaps put out the word. Let the guard know that Manshoon might be prowling if we mess this up.
Right, I can.
If we mess this up,
I could go to the Hall of Justice and bring it up to someone directly. A
Might be
superior.
possible. If you think that's wise.
Well, last time I was able to get stuff done down there because I was a harper. I don't know if I'm still a harper.
How do you not know if you're a harper?
Because I told Vajra a couple things about Mert, and, well, sufficient to say she got pissed, and she said, if you want to be a blackstaff, I can make it happen right now, such and so forth, and then she was off.
Before Gray, but yeah.
If it helps, I'm a harper.
I'm sorry, you're a fucking what?
Somehow this doesn't surprise me.
Tristan
That
just
doesn't
like
surprise me either.
Tristan wears the shoulder cloak like what Connie has, and he just like shows the underside of it where he's got a harper pin.
Nice.
You know, I figured you would have had more problem with them.
That's why I joined them.
What?
Can't have a problem with me if I'm in your ranks.
I figured you would have had a problem with them.
Here's hoping the Enclave takes the same tact.
Why?
Here's Sockham looking at Connie with
We're talking about the harpers. Why bring the Enclave into this? What did you do, Dove?
Shows pin.
Oh, get out of there. Immediately. Remember what I said about crossbows?
Yep.
Mostly
Yep.
the bloody Enclave.
Did they not like?
Anything that upsets the natural balance. I believe the word they used is aberration
No, that's something else entirely.
for me.
Just out of character, remind me again. They've seen you as a tiefling, right?
No.
No,
Shakes her
they
head
have, they have
no.
not seen Connie as a tiefling.
Okay.
They've apparently seen Tristan, though, because Tristan's like, don't like that. No, the Harpers care very little, and in point of fact, it helps because some people think that it's stage makeup.
I'll tell you one thing, Tristan.
What, Mert's an asshole? I'm aware.
Mert definitely cares
That I'm a tiefling?
that
No,
Connie.
that I am. Or at least,
Out of curiosity, did he bring it up because he wanted something from the rest of you?
Yup.
He doesn't care.
He...
You
Huh?
care, and he used it against you. That's right out of the Harper's playbook. Nine hells, I've done that.
I have a lot to learn from that old goat.
Where did you hear that? He starts laughing. Where did you hear that?
Archmage.
Lord Blackstaff.
Archmage Safar.
Of course you did. Don't call him that if you value your teeth.
I will never call Lord Walrus anything of these sorts around him.
I've taught you well, Sockham. I've taught you well. No, the Harpers are wonderful for people like us, but just remember they're a tool and should be used as such, because they will use you as such, which is probably why they threatened, well, you, Dove.
Well, now I feel like an asshole.
Why?
Because apparently Vajra went and ripped into Mert.
Good.
Yes, and the sun continues to rise over the bay. What's your point?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get in trouble for that, you think?
He reaches down, pats you on the arm. Sockham. I don't know how involved those two were, but I would not be surprised at all if they had said vows before an altar at some point.
Oh my.
Alrighty then. Now I'm uncomfortable. What's that?
Yes, I can make it far worse if you like.
Rather you didn't.
He gives Tristan the look that I feel like he's gotten from Andre more than once.
Right? You think that's gonna deter him, though? He probably lives for making Andre uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's probably encouragement if nothing else.
God.
Something,
you're right.
something drinking buddies.
Yeah, exactly, right? Oh, speaking of, while we have a moment's peace, why did you steal my gold?
Actually, I didn't touch it.
Why didn't you steal my gold?
Because I was more interested in the book.
What book?
The book.
What book?
The book
Pulls it
you
out.
dedicated to Connie.
I think Tristan's already reaching for it.
Like, wait, what?
Tucks it under her arm.
Give that here, young lady. You don't need that.
Oh boy.
So when's the point to tell him?
And it's dedicated and everything.
Hey, kid, while they're goofing,
Mhm.
just want to peek out the window, see if anything's happening outside, anyone watching us, that sort of thing. Because we are talking about our plans, as it were.
Make a perception check.
Just on the off
Tristan
chance.
is still trying to take the book from you, Connie. Like,
But it's dedicated and everything.
well,
You have really great handwriting.
nothing that you can see, Berlin.
If I didn't know better, Tristan, I'd say you're embarrassed.
All right. Yes, I am very embarrassed. I'll be more embarrassed if you read it. Give it here.
We've
But I
already-
wanna-
Late, far too
Too
late
late for that.
Too late.
It's a little bit late. We've already read a good bit.
Stop.
Connie more than me.
He like stops, takes a deep breath, puts his hands up. I can explain everything in that book. Just
Okay, so here's my question. Why the flump?
nice. I thought you were dead.
And
Surprise.
that, like, makes her stop for a second.
I frankly thought everyone was dead. Until,
that fateful encounter.
more or less.
So that's why you dedicate it to my father.
No, he I
Oh.
thought was alive. I thought that was a
Two.
clever joke.
To the... Oh, okay. Well then.
Kind of see it.
What I expected was someone from your clan to come to Waterdeep, see it, go inside, and get paid. Which technically happened, Salcom.
Yeah.
Fax machine noises. Oh shit, that's mine now.
No, it's mine because I'm here.
Fuck.
Rochelle says, if you still want the order, Master Seergaze, technically it's mine. Well said, Master Rochelle. Well said. The point is, that book, I would like it back, please.
Look at Reed.
Can I at least finish this chapter?
I would...
Well played.
I really want to find out what happens to this flump.
Tristan sighs. You have a mouth on you, young lady, and I can't imagine where you got it from.
Who
I
knows?
can't imagine where.
He's still trying to take the book from you.
I think she like starts flipping it over. She like flips it open, starts reading out loud on a random
He's
page.
literally gonna
like a
firebolt
sentence or
it.
two, and then
He's
hands
literally gonna
it back to
firebolt
him.
it. Can you make a... What's your armor class?
In a bookstore.
Actually,
Fire.
make a dexterity saving throw.
Sorry, Rochelle. Your shot burned to the ground. Don't know why.
No, actually, I think she opens the book like she's reading it, and then just starts spouting nonsense.
Yeah, right. Well, the book takes 17 points of fire damage.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh.
Like, you hold it out in front of you, start reading from it, and then Tristan's just like, no! Book burst into flames.
Put it out! Put it out! Put it out! I was joking. It was nonsense.
Rest in peace, book.
And there goes Rochelle going.
Tristan gets snuff fire with a snap of his hand. That's one of his things. And he just like snaps his fingers, fire goes out.
I think it was for control flame.
Hands it back.
Takes it and immediately like touches it. It bursts into flames and incinerates.
Sigh.
Buzzkill.
That is from a period of my life that I don't want to think about, Duff. And I certainly don't want you to see it. I am more than happy to tell you about any adventures that you missed out on. but only if you'll do the same.
Should tell him about that giant shark we fought. Trying to break the ice, but somewhat failing.
All right.
Uh,
I'm sorry.
So am I. If I... It's nothing you haven't heard before, and nothing I need to say in front of your brothers. I haven't heard it. Tristan glares at his Vile.
Jesus. Stealthy.
What? Icebreaker?
It was a better attempt than mine.
I was not available for a lot of Constance's life. Why not?
The fist.
Well, you're not with them now. I'm curious to know what you did to them. Justin shakes his head. No, you don't. I mean, what, did you put the fear of Asmodeus in them or something?
Gestures vaguely at Tristan.
Something like that, yes. Well, then Manshoon's got... Well... Manshoon's a different matter, but thank you for the vote of confidence. The point is... I shouldn't have let you come here. I regret it.
While I respect that you feel that way, Tristan, you can't deny we've come into our own right here.
Oh, I'm not talking about you, Sonkum. The KnightLites, as a unit, have done admirably, if some mistakes along the way. I've made more than my share. I'm only talking about Constance.
And we would have failed the very first challenge without her.
She's probably the strongest, most powerful of all of us.
I don't know about that.
I can take...
The reason a lot of us are still alive, that's for sure.
I can survive 2 fireballs, but that's only knowing Constance can stand me back up if the third brings me down.
You can withstand 2 fireballs?
I would have appreciated a few more years, given what I lost.
Oh, it's not like there won't be more time after today.
Yeah.
I think Tristan gives you a look, Rockham, that you do not, like, none of you understand it. Like, there's a look on his face that is very specific. There's a message there, but none of you can read it. That being said, I think Rashal makes a noise of comprehension.
Would insight help me do anything with that?
It will be a very difficult check, but yeah.
There's a chance.
May as well.
No.
Okay. I think he just shrugs a little bit.
Sorry, Brayden. No dice. Nope. Nope. Sorry, Connie.
We tried.
Nope. Sorry, Salt.
Aw.
Roll for Azula.
As Vile is still a little bit afraid of him.
Just a dice roll from Lawrence.
Still. Whoever is going to go and talk to this inbred character should go. Brayden, you, myself, and Miss Rosnar should plan our next move.
Agreed.
Read that rock, I'm gonna like get his things.
Sockham, give your brother the brew.
I'm supposed to return it today, but okay.
We're supposed to return it tomorrow, from what you told me. It's still that evening.
Oh. Right. I'm supposed to return it tomorrow, so...
Do
Yeah.
you not think that it would be more useful in his hands than yours?
No. Sockham's saying that while he's walking over to Ralcom,
Yeah.
like, hands it over. So don't die, you dumb bastard.
Yeah, so I think Tristan says, not that, brother.
Huh?
He just points at Brayden.
That's fair. Pass it to Braden.
Yeah, that's probably more fair.
So, Brayden, you have
Okay.
a ring of resist magic.
So, instead, he points at Asvile, don't let that dumb bastard die.
No promises.
I'll make sure he doesn't.
I'm gonna
Okay,
walk over
apparently
to
one
Connie.
promise.
Walk over to Connie.
I'm relying on you since you'll end up spending more time with him overall.
You're going with them, right, Connie?
If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were jealous, Sockham.
Jealous of my brother being in a relationship? Fuck.
No, jealous of me being in a relationship with him.
There are conversations to be had for sure.
I mean, I understand. Just look at him. She grins at you.
That's cute. Is what that is.
Snicker, snicker.
Once I'm over by Connie, I'm gonna pass her the horn.
I have a question about that, actually, Brayton, but we'll talk about it when Lawrence is safe.
Okay.
So, who is going to the smithy?
I will. Who wants to go with?
Connie will come.
I should go to the,
Bathroom? No, I'm kidding.
He like wipes his hand over his face. I'm good for now. I should go to the I know. I need to go to the Hall of Justice.
You gonna be okay?
More than likely.
Okay.
Do you want some ginger for your stomach?
Yes.
Start pulling some of that out.
Yeah, you have, of course, Connie has ginger. That's a given.
Yeah.
No,
What
that makes sense.
happened to you anyway?
Me?
It's
Slut.
not the damn egg, is it?
It is. Well,
It is
kind of.
the medicine.
That explains everything. You're going to go... Master Rashal, do you have a spare room? I do indeed. I'm actually prepared for one of his size, given the prior ramifications. You're staying right here, young man, and you're going to sleep.
But if I sleep, I'll experience the time shift thingy.
We'll be right there with you when we get back. Don't worry.
Just means you'll get to recover from it quicker.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then you can torment us when it's our turn.
I'll catch you up with every detail. All right.
All right. It'll like turn like look to Rashal like where is
Yeah,
the
he
room?
starts leading you upstairs.
And Connie,
saw
I'm
it, Delpha.
Give you the horn
Okay.
as well. So if you need the stuff, let me know.
So, Connie and Rock...
What did you say, Bright?
I'm giving you the what was it called? The horn I got. I don't know if he named it. I just have it labeled as.
Whomst are you giving the horn?
I'm giving the magic horn to Connie,
Okay.
just in case shit goes way south.
So, Sock heads upstairs. Brock and I think Pierce volunteers to watch Sock.
There you go.
And then Rock and Connie head out. Marshall goes upstairs with Sock up. Pierce goes upstairs with Sock up. And Tristan turns to Esvile and Brayden, and when the door closes, and he says, "Are you sure about this?"
Perfectly.
All right. We'll get the information where we need to go and start moving.
Mhm.
Don't. I am aware of the irony coming from me. Don't take any unnecessary risks.
Oh no, I was just planning on barging in there, saying Manshoon's a fucking then summoning the Raksasha. completely with a grin in his face.
I would call in the devil first and then mock him, but all's the power to you, Brayden. I say this with, well, none of my usual panache. Your brother's life is in your hands.
No, the actual plan was getting in and making sure that Lawrence is okay, get him out the blast radius, and then call on the Raksasha.
I would recommend leaving the stone here with Master Rashal and Pierce.
Could leave it with Sock'em and he can ask some questions.
That's
for
what he
y'all.
said. He said,
Yeah.
leave it here.
Yeah, taking the stone with wasn't an option.
And on a personal note, He leans over. Forgive me for what I'm about to say, Brayden. But if you have to choose between your brother and my daughter, if you would be so kind.
I would rather it doesn't come down to that.
As would I. But if it does, I will make it worth your while.
Kill your brother and get gold beyond your mind.
No, just
mean-
prioritize.
Honestly, Tristan, I don't think you could offer me enough for that kind of decision.
I think he glances at his Vile for a second, she just shakes her head and he sighs.
I'm not saying I won't do it, but I don't want anything for it.
Just don't damn me for asking,
Damn a parent for looking after their child. Why would I be the one to do that?
Largely because no one did it for you, my friend.
So I know how it feels. I'd rather not have that on someone else.
You all seem to be thriving here, that's good. But I think about the mistakes that I made adventuring. Hells, before the entire debacle with the fist, to say nothing of the mistakes that I made after. I have no room to talk about what is permissible, what lines you can and can't cross. But if my word means anything, when you get to where I am, I don't want you to feel the way that I do. And we crossfade over to Rock and Connie heading up the slowly darkening streets towards the Steam and Steel. You guys want to have any conversations on the way, or?
Trying to think. I mean, there's a lot to talk about, but
There's
Right,
a
there
lot
is.
to talk
I'm trying
about.
to think if now is the time.
Yeah.
I just thought of a thing I could have said. Fuck.
Did I
I
move
mean,
it
if-
up like a dingus? I might have. I did.
I think it's just like awkward silence, knowing what we're about to get into.
Fair enough. You walk up to the Steam and Steel. It is dark. There's no one outside working. There's a closed sign on the door. The upper level is dark. There is no sound from within, as has been the case repeatedly.
We'll go over to Connie. You want to take the lead on this one, or should I?
Knock on the
Fair
door.
enough.
No response. How long do you wait?
30 seconds.
No response.
I knock louder.
No response at first. And then about another 30 seconds later, you see movement behind the door. You hear the chain undo. The door opens. And again, a very tired-looking Fire Ganassi, hair unkempt, looking a little bit emaciated and sallow. Steps out, closes the door.
I'm sorry to keep bothering you,
He
Embrick,
holds a
but
hand up. I just got Avi to sleep. Oh, small
sorry.
miracles. Have you found him?
not
We're about
yet,
to.
but we've got a plan. We think it'll work. We just need to know where. And apparently you know something. I'm so sorry. Excuse me one moment.
Embrick hesitates. And he looks back at the building. And steps over to the forge and gestures you two to follow him. Comes over.
Yeah.
And he says, Yes, I think that I do, providing that everything is
Welcome back.
as to be expected, and he wants you to bring him the stone. Do you have it? I suppose that's not the issue now. If he wants to meet at a specific place, then yes, I know it. I shouldn't. It's
But you do.
something that I don't appreciate remembering and I don't speak of. But yes, I'm familiar with Manshoon's habits.
So where's he gonna be?
Connie looks like she wants to ask more, but she also doesn't want to pry.
Yeah.
Like, she opens her mouth like she wants to say something and then, like, stops.
Sorry for bumping my mic. Well, we need to know where he'll be, so...
I have two answers for that.
Alright.
The place where he wants to meet you, and where I believe he's hiding.
He, like,
Oh god,
waits
it's
and
hard.
go on.
Have either of you been to the Trades Ward recently?
Trades word.
I think so.
Out of
Get it.
character, where is that?
The Trades
where
Ward
you
is
got
where Dandy
chickened.
Mops was.
That's where Danny Mops was, right?
He doesn't know anything about that. He says, what?
No, he says that to Rock.
I think so, yeah. In that general area.
Have you noticed that the city has outgrown the area?
Yes.
A lot of old town architecture in the Trades Ward. Sentry towers that don't overlook anything except a few blocks of the city.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
There is one. At a time, long before you came to the city, it didn't quite rival Blackstaff Tower, but it was noted as a beacon for the other watchtowers. It was the one with the farthest sight. They called it the Eye of the Sun. These days, doesn't get much use, but it's the tallest tower in the Trades Ward, at least the tallest decrepit one. Manshoon is just vain enough to use it.
Well, I mean, it's...
At least that's what I think.
Okay.
It's somewhere to start, if nothing else.
It is somewhere to start. Okay. So we'll check there.
And what was the other place?
A park, relatively nearby. Well, I say park, more of a square. It's about as close as you get to a park in the city of Waterdeep, at least. It's, within sight of the tower. I used to, make deliveries there.
Good to know. We will definitely look into these.
It's been, he looks up, almost 3 days. Is he going to be... Don't tell me.
I sure as the Nine Hells hope not.
Whatever happened, we'll
If
know tonight.
there's any hope for him, we'll find it.
We've...
We're gonna...
Avi and I, we have some coin stashed away. It's not much, and frankly, we've been meaning to renovate the Steam and Steel, but we can help with the resurrection.
Connie nods.
If it comes to that, then you know where we'll go.
He nods. I
If all-
would rather not face that.
You and me both.
Again, if there's any way to avert it.
Regardless, we'll probably know today, if not tomorrow.
Kill the bastard.
Oh yeah.
We intend to.
You want me to come with you?
No, the plan is to be subtle on the way in.
I can do subtle. I can be subtle.
Insight?
Feel free.
I'm trying to see if that's like he's desperate to help or he can actually be subtle.
Feel free to roll insight.
Yeah.
You can give him advantage if you want, Connie.
Can do.
Okay.
You have seen Embrick in battle mode.
Yeah.
It's like scale mail armor with a shield and a pair of sabers. That he's not subtle. What he said was, or rather what he meant was, I can help you be subtle. But if he runs interference on Manshoon, that's not gonna be good for him.
Yeah. If you have a way you can help our more subtle KnightLites be even more so, then it's welcome.
I have my ways, yes.
Is it alright if we send them by here in a little while? When they're ready.
I need to be present.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, oh, you mean at where they're going?
Mm-hmm.
How much is the range on that?
You see him like look around the walls of Trollskull Alley, and he says, "A few hundred feet."
Looks to Connie. I think we can manage that.
Nods.
A couple of us are going to be nearby.
So,
in case
Brentwin,
shit goes
you're
up.
not picking up what I'm putting down.
A
It's
few
the
hundred feet.
same thing that I just said.
I'm confused.
Brightwin's theory is pass without trace.
No.
But-
It is literally the thing that you just incited. He's saying he can help them be stealthy by providing a distraction.
Oh, that's what you meant. That changes things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I misread that. Okay. If we have need of that, we'll come get you.
But we'd really rather not put you in the line of fire if we can help it.
You see him look back at the shop and back to you. He says, "If there's anything that I can do to help, I've sat on my hands enough."
Just letting us know where to find him is a huge help. Otherwise, we would have to scour the entire city.
He's very close to just outright asking you to let him come.
Yeah, Rockham can see and is like Rockham gets it. He'd love to charge in there and fuck Manshoon shit up, but
Like, Rock, you see it on his face. He makes no allusions to beating Manshoon.
yeah,
He's saying, like, fuck it, just, like, I can't deal with this anymore. Like,
at least I need you here in case the worst happens. We'll have somewhere to go.
I think more to himself than to you, he says, Alvy's a fine smith. He can man the forge. We can... And he just trails off.
I think Rockham's already walking away. They got what they came for, so.
That's
Connie?
cool.
Yeah, but Rockham isn't very much the comforting type.
So I get the sense that Embrick's not a very huggy person.
No, he's Kalashite.
Yeah. So I think in a way of shutting him up, she just like gives him a hug, like,
That
We
will
got
definitely make him stop talking. Make a persuasion check with advantage.
misclick. Ignore this one.
Okay.
Oh!
I set the DC at 6.
Oh, come on.
You had advantage. I said with advantage.
Right, never mind.
So I think, he stops talking, and he goes, like, completely rigid from his feet up to his, like, in order from his feet up to his ears. And then just, like, awkwardly pats your shoulders, because he's not a huggy person.
So, and I think she says, "We got this, Pops. I need you to trust us." And then she'll start walking away too.
Okay.
Thank you, Connie.
That's cold a different way, but
I wanted to say that so bad, but it's not Rockham style.
So yeah, okay. So then we crossfade. I'm gonna keep the Kalashite music on. We crossfade across the city to Lawrence Parnassus in the Tower of the Sun, or whatever I said, Eye of the Sun.
Eye of the Sun, yes.
You are it's getting dark. It gets dark a little bit slower up here by like a couple seconds.
Yeah, just for the sheer fact of the height.
Yep. You are in your little cubby room, as you have been in for a while. Like, Manshoon just like tossed you in here, locked the door, and that was the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
What did you have in mind?
So, ever since Lawrence accepted the offer from Gond, he's been alone with his thoughts more or less.
Right.
He's been praying to Gond, as he thinks he should be.
Okay.
But he, given his inaction to that point, he's been full of like self-recrimination and loathing, and finally it's been too much.
Okay.
And it's, what? I'm not going to just sit here anymore. I at least have to do something. So he's been pacing his little cubby cell, as it
It's like
were.
a bedroom.
Yeah. And, finally it's like, okay, what can I see out there? Is there just bars?
Right. Over the course of your
door?
time here, what have you noticed?
Right.
Okay. Make a perception check. Let's see what you've noticed. All right. For those of you playing along at home, Lawrence just got a natural 20.
Nicely done.
Was not expecting that. Holy crap.
So I'm going to give you some information, and then from that information, you can ask me any 4 questions you want.
Okay.
Here is just base what you've noticed, and anything you want me to expound on, I will. Manshoon does not check on you. Manshoon spends his time talking to himself in like full conversations where he like speaks and answers.
So he's been soliloquizing.
Sorry?
Oh
So
no.
he's been doing soliloquies to himself.
No. He's having conversations.
Oh.
He keeps he repeats the same thing to multiple, over multiple courses of time. So like you'll hear him like having a conversation, and then he'll be having a near identical conversation like hours later.
Okay.
There's magic being cast all over the place outside. He's working on something. He's intermittently working on something, talking to himself, or bitching. And when he's bitching, it's basically like just a Sith Lord. He's pacing back and forth in the tower, then he's soliloquying, just complaining.
So it's full on evil dude rant.
Yes. Complaining about mostly Vajra Safar, but a little bit the KnightLites taking a while. He's bitched about Mert a few times. He's bitched about the city. He's bitched about Maestra, actually, which has been interesting.
Ooh.
Aside from that, you've noticed that he doesn't sleep. Like, there's a room reserved for him to be sleeping.
But he doesn't.
No, he goes into the room, and you hear what sounds like somebody getting ready for bed, and then the door opens and he walks out again and resumes his work.
Oh.
And then can you make an Arcana check for me, please?
Arcana, okay.
Yes.
Come on, roll 20. I clicked it.
Okay, give it a second. Does it say rolling the dice at the bottom? There it goes.
Wow, that was
Okay.
a bit of lag.
Okay. Are you not proficient with Arcana anymore?
I wasn't in the first place.
Ah, gotcha. He has several magical artifacts.
Okay.
And he's working on something of an artifice nature. So with that, you get 4 questions. What do you got?
Okay. You said he doesn't sleep, that he goes into the room, sounds like he's getting ready, and comes back out.
Yes.
Has his look changed at all? Is it
You can't see.
This is Manshoon.
There's a solid door. You don't have a cell door.
I wasn't sure if it was.
You are
bars,
100% sure it's
bars have a
Manshoon.
chunk. Okay, I wasn't sure if there was bars in the door,
No.
like in Louisville.
It's like it's literally like a bedroom door.
Okay, so it is solid.
Yes.
Okay.
But 100% it is Manshoon.
Oh, okay.
3 more.
I would probably inquire with Gond as to why Manshoon would be complaining about Maestra.
Okay. It's not quite that
Is that-
simple to talk to a god,
Okay.
but clerics do have a divine intervention ability. I think you get it at level 10 though.
Oh yeah, that's
So go ahead and roll a religion check
okay.
or persuasion, whichever is higher for you.
Okay. Persuasion it is.
And I don't think God will answer, but this will serve to see if your knowledge has been augmented by being chosen by God, right? Like this isn't a hey Zeus, I got a question for you. This is just like, oh hey, I have these new abilities. Do I have any new knowledge?
Right.
A lot of very powerful wizards weathered the spell plague, and they disagree with Maestra's choice of magic, or a choice of, divine edict, regarding mitigation of the spell plague. Namely, you cannot cast above 9th level spells.
So
A lot of wizards don't like that, and apparently whatever Manshoon wants to do is higher than 9th level. So he's like
Okay.
bitching about it.
Yeah, it's how dare she try to hold me back?
Yeah, exactly what it is.
Oh, okay. Oh, let's see.
2 more.
Given the artificer stuff, and given that smithing is tangentially related to it, is there anything I would recognize that would come from, say,
You would have
in
to
my trips
recognize it by smell or hearing.
and I can't, and that's next to impossible. Okay.
Well, yeah, unfortunately. You know that he's, doing the same thing Vajra was doing when she was making its own glow. You see the, glowing energy of the magical soldering iron, and you hear the tools. He's making something. But no, you
what?
have...
I don't.
Yeah,
I
you have
can't tell.
basically no way of knowing.
Okay.
Got 1 more.
Yep. And
Make it good.
you said he doesn't check on me.
Correct.
Is there? I'm trying to think how to phrase this. Given it sounds he's distracted and again not checking, would it be possible to open the door without him noticing? And basically get a look around.
Would Manshoon be vain enough not to lock the door?
Alright, so what you're saying is we stealth boys. Would it be possible Manshoon is not omniscient. So, by the strictest sense of the word, yes.
So he would probably notice.
Oh, sorry, I'm a dingus. As strictest sense of the word, no. Sorry, I fucked that up. He's not omniscient. However, you would have to time it when he's not looking at the door.
And I don't have any way of determining if he is or not.
Not necessarily true. If he's working at a workbench and you see the, like, sparks going off, then he's probably focusing on what he's doing. So, I would say, yeah, you probably could try, but you would have to be very careful. To the tune of... you would be going real slow, and there would be a limited number of things you could do.
Okay.
But yeah, it's probably, like... I think the door is locked, but I think it's locked from your side, because it's a bedroom door. And I think it's just like, I'm Big Scary Manshoon, and I'm right here. If you try anything, I'm gonna blow your head off.
He's probably expecting the fear to keep me in place.
Yeah, and to his credit, it probably is to a degree. Like,
yeah, I mean, up until now, it's been.
So if you wanna make some stealth checks and creep out, you know, retroactively, like this isn't that evening when the KnightLites are planning. This is like prior to
this
that.
Is
just understand the risks involved. If you get got, it's not like a stealth game where you just get reset back to your previous point.
Yeah, no, it might be.
Depending on his mood, he might just be like insolent worm, power word kill, like.
Right.
But I will give you every opportunity to try this if you want to try it. Like.
No, I don't think I will.
You sure?
Yeah, I don't feel like running that much risk. But I do have information at least.
Like I said, there's mitigating factors that you can utilize. And we can assume that you are utilizing them.
Right.
This is not a if you roll a natural one you die situation.
Okay. I'm looking at where my stealth is, and it's like, I'm not comfortable risking that.
Okay, fair enough. You can still find out about the room that you're in if you like.
Yeah, I would like to, figure out, okay, what am I working with in here?
So the short answer is not
I'm assuming
much.
It's pretty Spartan.
Yeah, it's a decrepit tower. This is probably where like someone on the watch slept. It's got a bed with a broken bed frame, but the mattress is serviceable, if a bit dusty and weather worn.
It's not quite trash to the point where the Troll Skull Manor ones were.
No, because the ones at Troll Skull Manor were open to the rain.
Right, those were just trash.
You do have a window in this room.
Yeah, I would definitely be looking out then.
No, that's what I was about to say. Unfortunately, no, you won't. Because it's near the ceiling.
Oh. Almost more of a skylight than an actual window.
No, it's in the wall, but it's
just too high.
It's more to the point you're too high. Like, you could feasibly, like, climb up on the dresser, jump, grab the sill of the window, and pull yourself out, but very quickly, from, like, the way the weather is and the lack of the sounds of the city stuff, you realize that you're, like, pretty high up.
Okay, this would be a repeat of the Mimic Dive.
Yes.
And
so
probably further.
You could, in theory, get up and, like, sit on the windowsill, and you could maybe, like, shout for help, but Manshoon would hear you shouting.
Oh,
like,
yeah, absolutely. Okay.
So, other than that, there's probably some broken wooden furniture in here. Yeah, might be able to use something as a club. I don't think it would be very effective, but you could do it.
Yeah.
Other than that, if you want to stay put, then that's what I got.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll stay put, but this is going to be handy.
Okay.
For, potentially later on.
So circling back to Rock and Connie stepping back into the bookworm's treasure.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my party theme? There it is. You guys step in, and Tristan and the rogues were chatting when you come in. Everybody else is upstairs. Sock is taking it easy. And Tristan like smiles at you, and when you two come in, and he says, "We were just discussing what to do with the Stone of Galore."
Leave it here, I assume.
Just
That's my
what, on
thoughts
the
as well.
counter.
Well, no, but I'm sure there's a safe box or something that blocks magic. Is that a thing?
I mean, we could give it to Sock. I'm sure he would keep it safe.
He's also gonna be out of it.
All the more
What
reason.
about the safe? Rishal put the ring in.
Marshall,
Rashal's upstairs.
that's an idea.
It's certainly worth a thought. We could leave it here with a note. We should probably get moving,
I can just run upstairs and ask him.
if you like.
Yep, head upstairs.
You head upstairs. Sock has been stuffed into a bed that's slightly too small for him, and Pierce and Rashal are trying to get him to like take his weapons off.
Yeah.
And I
Mostly-
imagine Sock is like, but I might need it, and they're just like trying to get his gear away from him.
But
Rashal.
every time I sleep, I have to unattune from Azure Edge, and if something happens, I might need Azure Edge.
We'll be right here, says Pierce. You come in on this scene, Rock.
I think he just like watches for 5 or 6 seconds. Rashal, if we could talk to you
And
for a
Rashal
second.
like jumps. He turns and he says, Master Rockham, I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you come in. All well if the seaman's steel, then.
They're all right for now. Not the best, but
All right. What can I do for you?
well, we're gonna be leaving in a moment, and wondering how safe the stone would be in your possession.
The stone of Galore.
Yes.
Ah.
At least in a borrowing, hiding sort of sense.
As safe as it would be in your goodly possession, I imagine. I have no desire to utilize. Well, I have a great deal to utilize it. Admittedly, I have no desire to hawk it or practice my hand egg or anything like that. I doubt that I would destroy it. If you wish to leave it here, I can promise you that, tempting though it may be, I will utilize it only at your discretion and supervise it to the best of my ability.
Sounds good to me. I think Brayden has it currently.
It's on the floor.
Oh, there.
Right, I put the bag down, just kicked it over. It's like there's a stone. I'm not
Oh
touching
yeah,
that.
because of the whole memory bullshit. Gotcha.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
Took me a sec. Yeah, it's downstairs if you want to handle. Well, maybe not handle it, but
It will
you know
be
what I mean.
taken care of, Master Rockham.
yes. Head back down.
You head back down. Tristan's like just explaining again like the plan. He's like, so I think I'll stay with. He doesn't stutter. I'll stay with Rockham and provide what cover I can, and the three of you will head inside and try to sneak around Manshoon. I think trying to get in from the top would be more advisable. Do we have a means of? And Azile just like does the volunteer hand wave and gestures the device on her wrist.
And I think as she does that, Rockham's like halfway to pointing to where his grappling hook is stored. He pauses. Good point.
It's well
Yep.
enough for you, Brayden.
I've got a grappling hook I can use.
All right, where are we going?
Well, there's 2 options, but one doesn't sound as likely as the other.
One is the Sun Tower in the Trades Ward. Apparently, it's an old sentry tower, and the other is like a park or like a square or something outside the tower.
Why do the evil wizards always go to the towers?
I feel like they're compensating for something.
Probably. Though, and he chuckles, I did hear a theory once.
Go on.
The oversized hat, the baggy robes, the big towers. Apparently, there's a theory that things stretch in proximity to a wizard.
So does that mean we're taller now because we have more ears?
I think Tristan pauses and then he just goes, you know, I was wondering about that. Probably.
Today I learned magic is made of gravity.
Probably bullshitting you, but...
You know, it's fun to play along sometimes.
I was half expecting Tristan to look at Rockham and go, see that bird? I think it's carrying my joke.
God damn it.
That's good.
Okay, well done.
You gotta steal that for later.
Yep. Tuck that in the back pocket.
Pocket pun. Well, not a pun,
suppose-
but
You and I will be, what, on a rooftop nearby or something?
On a rooftop as close as we can, staying in cover and prepared to unleash whatever hell we can.
Sounds like a plan. And make sure you guys have enough time to, or mostly Connie, have enough time to attune to the horn by the time you get there.
right.
Just in case.
Shall we then?
We shall.
Yeah,
No time like the present.
let's go get our guy back.
So you guys head off to the city, and I think we stay in Rashal's shop for just a minute. You guys leave. Rashal comes down, and he picks up the stone in both of his hands. It's size of a nice hefty sandwich. He picks it up, and you see like a ping cross his face, and he squints, and he says to himself. He says, yes, there are quite a few things I would like the answers to. And then we crossfade.
shit.
Of course.
Oh dear.
He's the next villain. I understand now.
Sorry?
Nothing.
What did you say? I didn't hear you.
Nothing.
What did you say, fuckboy?
I also
So
want to
he's
know.
the next. Oh, okay. I said, so he's the next villain. Good to know.
Yeah, right.
Because
I hope not. I like Rashal.
oh,
I also
yeah.
like your song. So we do spinning that light symbol. It's dark. The stars are out minus the light pollution. And yeah, the 5 of you are walking up the streets of the city. Tristan has like pulled his coat up and his hat down to make himself like less obvious. And yeah, you guys are walking through the trades ward when we fade in on this scene.
I'm attuning as they go.
Oh, of course. I assumed you and Braden both attuned. It's fine.
Yeah.
And yeah, you get to like Tristan's leading. You get to like the older part of the trades ward, and he says, the tower should be around here somewhere. It's bigger than anything else around. Should be easy enough to find.
Embrick said it was the tallest of the dilapidated towers.
Right.
I suppose just start looking around, see if I see it.
Looking around the
So
tower, right?
tall tower next to a square.
Right. I actually think I know, but there's a very simple way to sort this. And he goes up to somebody passing by. He says, "Excuse me." And they turn, and they get halfway through Tristan Sirgaze, and he pats him on the arm. Yes, hero of Waterdeep, friend of millions. I am back in the city, and I'm doing a bit of sightseeing. Where's the Eye of the Sun Tower? And they blink a few times, and then they just point in a direction. He says, "Thank you so much. Is there anything you need me to sign?" "No, have a good evening." And off they go. And Tristan looks back at a lot of you, especially Connie, and the look on his face is like, "That's how you get information."
Considering
Bravo.
all the shit we've been through in the last couple weeks, Brock is genuinely impressed.
Right?
And Braden just looks at him like, that was impressive. I need to remember to do that.
All I can think of from Tristan is, boy, it felt good to do that again.
Yeah, right, for sure.
More importantly, we need to teach Succum to do that.
Yeah, so you guys like head up a couple of streets, and yeah, before you see like a big, like obelisk like tower is missing some shingles on its roof, missing a stone here and there. What do you what do you want to do?
Scream if you need us.
Just out of curiosity, this isn't the same, like,
It is
tower.
not. No,
Okay, just to make sure.
you are at the
'cause
top of that thing. There's no way.
I was
Yes, but also
so
magic is
pissed
fucking-
it was the same place.
No, it's
Magic
not.
is fucky, and also coincidences
It's not
exist.
the same place.
Okay.
I let
Manshoon would
Brad-
have fucking offed you if it was.
Yeah. Especially with the stone right there. Anyway.
Like, Braden just fishes through his pack, pulls out his grappling hook, and swings it a bit. It's like, I guess we better
This
get to
thing. So just a warning, Braden.
Mhm.
This thing is several, like a large number of meters above the nearest adjacent rooftop. How
Right.
much rope do you have?
Including the like grapple hook.
Yeah.
Altogether it should be 100.
You have 100 feet?
If you need more, let me know.
I've got 50, and assuming the grapple hook's got 50, so tie them together. That's about 100 if need be.
I've got another 50 if you need it.
Okay, so then the issue, so 100 feet will get you there. The issue is going to be throwing the hook that high.
Who said anything about throwing?
Good point.
Give it to Svili, because she can just chink up there. She hooks it on and climb up. Ta-da.
Fair. Okay. All right. So you guys
It is
like
so
get
good
get
having
up get up onto a rooftop, and I think this is like the last chance you guys have to do anything before you start ascending into Manshoon's domain.
I will be a beetle.
Is you gotta pop into a bit. I think before you do that, Tristan hugs you.
Hugs back. Mid-hug beetle.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna look to
Crawl up his
Asvile's
arm,
with us, right?
like flit off of his shoulder into the amulet. What's up?
Asvile's with us right now, right?
Yep, Asvila's with you.
Yep.
Mostly just trying to show that he's thinking about it. He just turns to Asvile and thank you.
She's like lining up the shot with her
Mhm.
with her thing is, and she stops. She like looks down, blinks, looks back at you. I haven't done it yet.
Not for that. Gestures. Trying to hide it a little bit, gestures thumb towards Braden. Keep an eye on him. I'm trying to say that I've changed my opinion about you. In case we all horribly die in a few seconds.
For better
I was trying
or
not to be a
worse,
downer, but you know.
I don't mean to intrude, but is that a good thing? She's looking at Braden like,
Yes?
I let Braden nod his head. It's like, yeah, that's a good thing.
Even Rock is unsure. He's like, yeah, kind of.
right. All right. So, on that note, and she fires the crossbow. No, not the crossbow, but damn, she got a 25. Holy shit.
Damn.
So yeah, so she's just like, on that note, Batman grappling hook. Shoop. She doesn't make it all the way up. She makes it like halfway up.
Yeah.
And starts like climbing.
You should really get one of those.
So yeah, so okay. She's all right there. She's got to roll stealth.
Oh yeah, we should probably hide while she's doing that, huh?
Probably.
Start finding a place.
Okay, cool. I mean, you could just stay on this rooftop.
Yeah, don't like get low. Out of
So we get like the dual perspective shot here. We got the four of you, or the three of you, because Connie's a beetle. The three of you looking up at Asvile Rosnar, climbing the side of this tower, and she like gets up to this like window, this like inverted triangle window, like almost at the top, and she like swings her legs over and it fixes the grappling hook, and then we cut to inside this like dark room, because of course you don't get a light, Lawrence. You hear like the dust being disturbed, and then you hear the metal clank, and you look up, and
Yeah,
the Black
that would be a
Viper
head
is
snap up. Like, wait a minute.
yeah, the Black Viper's like straddling your window.
Well, Larry, you sorry for sore eyes.
I think you speak, and she doesn't scream, but she like starts,
It's a kind of reaction.
and yeah, she like puts her hand to her chest and like breathes for a second, and she says,
You're sitting in the dark, and I can't see, and there's an evil archmage here. Did you have to do that?
Sorry. And he'll do the wait, magic ain't subtle. Crap.
"Yeah, right."
He'd stand below the window and like put his arms out to catch her.
I think she looks down and she says,
Move, your brother's coming.
And at that, both eyebrows go up, and he backs up, like, right, got it.
"Yeah," and she like fits the hook to the window, leans out, waves down at Brayden and Tristan, and then just like she does that like scuba diver off the boat move into Lawrence's room.
Oh, yeah, it's the backflip,
Nice.
basically.
Yeah. So if you want to climb this, Brayden, it's an athletics check. The DC is reduced because there's a secure rope.
Yes.
I will
Let's
also
go.
need a stealth check. Hey, Brayden.
Shoot, I forgot to cast guidance.
Hey, Brayden.
Splat.
Kindly take that check and shove it. Oh my god.
I want to know what it
All
looks
right.
like.
I think you did
okay.
really well.
All right,
Methinks
Tom
that's
Holland,
really
tell us how
really
you climb
badly.
up this building.
He thinks that sounds like a crit.
Honestly, not being too flashy about it because fucking Manshoon just like they quick like going up the rope while like running up it at the same
Yeah,
time.
with that fucking row, you can literally just wall run.
Yeah.
Fucking Peter Parker up in here.
I was
Okay.
gonna say.
So I think yeah, like we cut down to the bottom, and Tristan just like drops into the lotus position, and he looks at Rockham, and he's like, "You didn't bring a deck of cards, did you?" And then we cut. You don't get an answer. We cut to Brayden, like appearing in the window. And
And
yeah,
you
you come to a dark room, Brayden, and in the dark room is Lawrence, who is conscious and on his feet, and Esvile, who is like guiding him away from the window.
And,
And I think you appear like blocking out the night, and Esvile says,
Is that you or a very large bird?
it's me.
Good, we can't see, so... Are we going to get him out that way, or, like, what are we planning?
Well, going out the front door isn't exactly an option.
It is if you deal with the Archmage.
Yeah, Lawrence raises an eyebrow. So, do we have a trump card?
We do.
"You climb
Okay,
down while you're talking."
I climb
Okay, so
like
drop down into the room like Batman.
preferably without making any noise.
Yeah, with that stealth check,
Yeah.
you're fine.
Aye.
And, Lawrence reached out a hand to shake with Brayden.
I think
God,
let grab your hand to shake it and then just let pull you into one of the.
Yeah, exactly. Just, God, is it good to see you.
I think okay. So with that, Esvila is gonna go check the door.
Lawrence almost hisses at her, like, wait.
Ooh, that's not good.
Been fun, guys.
If I was actually able to get what I was going to say out, if she starts moving towards the door, he's going to like put a hand on her shoulder and like pull her back.
She was behind Lawrence, so you can't physically reach her.
Right.
But you can reach out and be like, "Don't."
Yeah,
And Lawrence would have been going, wait.
Unfortunately, she rolled a nat one. So I think like she doesn't like
Loud clanking
squeak or
screws.
anything, but she like trips over the bed, and like there's a sizable crash. And I think she's just like sitting on the floor. She's got both hands over her mouth. She's like sitting on the floor in the dark, and there's a tense beat And then, yeah, you hear footsteps coming towards the room, and she just, like, rolls under the bed.
That's what I was exactly planning on doing under the bed.
Yeah, you two dive under there, and Lawrence is gonna just sit back in his chair.
Like, at that, I will point. I closed the window behind me before I came in.
There's no window to close. It's a hole.
Right. Okay.
What'd you do with the hook, if anything?
It's like still sitting
Okay.
right at the corner.
All right, noted. So you guys get under the bed. Make a stealth check, Braden.
Don't fail me now, dice. Okay.
And the door, like flies open. The room is illuminated in yellow light from like candlelight. You see like the silhouette of Manshoon there. He's just glaring at you, Lawrence. And he looks around the room.
Lawrence, for his part, is trying to act like he is just exhausted.
Yeah, right, exactly. Let me see. Okay. So he looks around the room, and you can't see his face because he's silhouetted, right? But he grumbles and just slams the door.
And once he gives it a few beats, it's too close.
If Beetle could breathe a sigh of relief, she would.
Yeah, right.
I'd give it a couple of seconds.
Yeah,
like, from
the
under
rogues
bed.
clamber out.
No, excuse you. Hold on.
Okay.
I'd under the bed, seeing if I can get adjust from under the door, the candle light to see if it actually goes away.
He wasn't carrying a candle.
Right. Okay.
It was just the illumination from the other room.
Right. If that's the case, then to make sure the shadow of his goes away and he's not sitting there.
Fair. What's your passive perception?
Passive perception is 18.
Oh yeah. No, you see him walk away.
Okay, good. Then I'll roll out.
Alright, as you roll out, as Vile rolls out, and she gets up, and yeah, I think she signs sorry, but I think only Braden knows that.
Mm-hmm. It's Braden shakes his head and does a gesture for slow down a bit.
Yeah. And she nods.
Turning back to Lawrence. Are you good? Do you need anything?
Thankfully, and he reaches up to touch his what was his old burn scar.
Yeah, Braden can see it as Vile can't. Braden, when he does that, you're just like, wait a minute, the mark on your face is different.
And and Lawrence smiles and says, I knew Master Embrick and Master Avi cared, but they apparently got someone's attention.
Well, you can explain it when we get out of here. And he gestures to the window.
And and he looks up at the window
Are you going to be good to climb out?
Down will be much harder than out.
Okay, fine. Out, down.
And Lawrence looks up at it and says, I could try.
Because I've got a trump card, I would just rather be out the blast radius.
What's the trump card?
And it pulls out the small.
You can't see what he does, Lawrence. You can't see. It's dark.
And
Rakshasa jazz hands.
Right?
Oh my God. Also, that is totally a meat brand in Faerun.
Yeah, right?
And Lawrence tilts his head. What did you pull out?
Right, you can't see. Got some help off a trench.
And both of Lawrence's eyebrows go up, and he goes, "Oh."
Do you know Trenches of Rakshasa?
Yeah, because he revealed himself. When
That's
he
right. You were
blasted
there
Avi.
for that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And
So it's chew before this gets intense.
right. So you want me up first? Or how do you want to play this? I mean, we could just... And, he tilts his head towards the door we could just invoke the trump card right now.
Again, I would rather not have you here to be able to be used as a pawn.
Fair, but I don't like this plan a lot. But it's better than anything else.
It's better.
All right,
than
and-
trying to stab him.
And he nods. Says, "All right, this is gonna be." And he's looking up and down at the rope like, "This is gonna be interesting." And he climbs on.
I mean, is Vili be able to help him? Like, if he
No,
goes to fall,
Esvila's not
she-
strong enough to hold him up.
Yeah, and I'm probably like twice her weight before.
Probably,
everything I'm
yeah.
carrying.
Well, it's a grappling hook, right?
Yeah, it's a grappling hook. It's affixed to the wall. It's still
Could
an athletics
he-
check, though.
Yeah.
Don't go splat, please. I don't think we can.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try, but if I go splat, then
I mean, we've got a scroll of resurrection. It's fine.
You know, it's awful, but
well,
it's
here we go.
Make an athletics check.
If you want guidance first, I can, but I'd have to unbeetle first.
Can you
Okay,
Yeah,
so Lawrence like swings himself over the side, grabs a grappling hook, starts to slide down the rope. Brayden, you said you were up in the window with him.
No.
No. Okay, so you just see
Oh,
him
no.
disappear.
Right.
Lawrence.
You probably hear a muffled curse.
Yeah, it's a muffled curse. Does it turn into a scream?
Ooh, that's a good question.
how well can you muffle yourself?
I mean, the question is he actually falling, or
Yes,
is he
he's
slipping?
falling.
Uh-oh. Fuck.
It's probably just. And he's trying to flail and reach for the rope to try and
I'm not
grab
asking
it.
you what you do. I'm asking if you scream.
No, it's probably just enough panic that the word catches in it, that the scream just doesn't come.
Okay. So you drop below the rope. You're free falling.
I have a very... It's a long shot, but I have a question.
I also
Yeah.
have. Go ahead.
Would there be time to go back to Connie and then cast Thorn Whip before he drops too far?
No, because he didn't drop until he was clear of the window.
Darn.
Can I see him dropping?
Yes, and so can Tristan, which is what I'm about to say.
Okay,
He gets about level with Rock and Tristan, and Rock, you see Tristan like jump to his feet, and he holds his hand out, and he says like, I don't know, "Holem Vaughn!" And yeah, he just stops falling.
I think Rock was halfway to getting the scroll ready. Stops.
And
That's
Lawrence's
interesting.
eyes are incredibly wide. He's probably
You drop the last 3 stories onto the street, but you don't take any damage.
Okay.
So it's-
Featherfall!
I'm gonna go get him, I think.
That's a good idea, and then we need to get
Quietly.
out of here.
Yes.
And by the way, Brayden and Connie and Isvila, you all heard Tristan shout because he cast a spell, and
Time-
you hear
time to go.
footsteps rapidly approaching the room.
That, like, quickly, like, take off the necklace, pass it to Svili, point, and, like, turn around holding the...
Okay, yeah, so Isvila is just gonna just Batmaned up to the window, and she's gone.
Alright, Braden.
Like, just as the door starts to open, he's
Hang
gonna...
on, I gotta roll for Isvila. Hang on.
Please don't fall. Let's feel it.
No, Isvila drops, unfortunately.
I have the scroll if Tristan doesn't do anything.
Luckily, Tristan has another one prepared.
Okay.
So yeah, so he's like goes to get you. He looks back up just in time to see his Vile dropping. Cast Featherfall again. As Vile does scream. So Connie, you and Esvila plummet, and then you get Featherfall at the last second. You hit the street as Lawrence is picking himself back up. We cut back to the interior of the tower. The door flies open. Brayden, you are face to face with Manshoon. You have dark vision. You can see his ass.
Yeah.
You see him. I've got a handout for you.
Oh, no.
You see Archmage Manshoon in all of his glory.
Excuse me.
Wow.
what's the line from Lord of the Rings? Dark and terrible as the dawn, or something like
Yeah,
that.
beautiful and terrible as the dawn. Yes.
What's worse, I have an actual one-liner for this.
Go
Oh
on.
my god, yes.
You
I
guys
just
went
let-
to Lord of the Rings. My mind went to Handsome Squidward.
A
Hold on, he
little
has a
bit.
one-liner.
A little bit. What's your line? What do you do?
Holding the smoking pipe, just looking at him. It's like Valentishar says hi.
Okay, can you roll initiative for me, please?
Oh, fuck.
Here we go, boys. Good luck.
You beat him by 0.2.
You lucky.
Whoa!
So what happened? A lot of things happen at once, but we stay up here, and let me find my In the Shadows music. Where did it go? Where is Valentajar's theme? Where did it go? I've lost it.
You lucky son of a bitch.
You beat him by point fucking two.
Lucky.
That hurts.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh. Slight panic. Give me a second.
But no, you good. You good. Do.
The word fuck comes to mind.
Where the hell? Okay, fuck it. I'll use this. It's fine. And what happens is, like, you see Manshoon, like, reach into his belt. He pulls out, like somebody drawing a pistol. He pulls out this, like, bony, like, white, like, cylindrical object. And he points it at you right when you say Valentajar says hi. And there's this, like, rush of smoke from the pipe. It fills the room. You see Manshoon's eyes go wide. And then there's just a Rakshasa standing between the two of you with his hand around Manshoon's throat.
Oh.
Beautiful.
He picks him up off the floor, and he looks over his shoulder at you, and his eyes are burning in that, like, Rakshasa fire. And he reaches out with his other hand, and he takes the pipe from you. He puts it into his mouth, and he just says, "Go."
Yeah, I'm not sticking around for this.
Time to go.
Now, bitch, you said
Yep.
this was gonna be anticlimactic. That's fucking sick.
That was cool, yeah.
So what do you do, Brayden?
I'm honestly tempted to just sit and watch to see what happens. But I
Okay.
think
I mean, if you want to defy him, like, you can.
Demon,
Maybe from the window.
Demon Catman. Go. Brayden. Brayden.
throw off the ground.
Brayden.
It's like,
Hang on, let me get my fucking popcorn, dude.
Yeah, right?
yeah, no, seeing that, it's like, hey, no, you have your fun and just move to the window.
So as you're climbing up the window, you see Valentajar step back into the lit room, and the door just closes as if by a strong wind.
Oh.
Nice.
How long before we hear the sound of screaming?
That depends on what Brayden does.
I think, like, as he's climbing it, the door closes, I think he shakes his head, it's like, I almost feel sorry for the son of a bitch.
Fuck that guy.
And start climbing.
Don't you dare fall.
Okay, make an athletics check.
Oh,
Cool.
I don't know how many.
So you start going down the road. And I think you're the only one who hears it, Brayden. You hear, like the smallest little whimper, and then this tremendous rush of wind.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, that's all you hear. And you just start heading down the road.
It's like, as like hears the whimper and rush of wind, it just like stops, looks up, and it's like, nah, just like keeps going down.
And now
Yeah.
comes the game, What Remains of Manshoon.
Yeah, a little bit. So you survived being Finger of Death by 0.2 initiative.
Bravo!
That
Easy.
Yeah.
mathematically, that's a millisecond.
Yes.
Yeah,
But, oh,
literally.
if it wasn't,
You just Barry Allen'd this man's ass.
Yes, you
You
did.
did.
what,
son of a bitch.
honestly, what would have happened if we both got the same initiative? Would
It would go.
So, like-
It would go to who had higher decks.
right?
But if
Ben would
What?
like sort of like appeared and then got hit by it.
What happens
Potentially.
if, like, what would have happened if the tiebreaker was equal? Like, if they had the same decks?
Roll
Um,
until someone wins.
It goes
or-
from Dex to Wisdom. If it's still equal, then it's another roll.
Right.
So Manshoon probably would have got it on the second roll.
Well, that depends on what his dex was.
Yeah. Braden's pretty dexterous.
You get to the end of the rope, Brayden, and you drop down onto the roof.
Aye.
There's nobody else on this roof.
Because I ran.
You like look down over the side, and on the street is everyone, and Isvile is like kneeling on the street, holding her head.
I'll climb down to them and just lean against the back wall, slump down and be like, Jesus, that was close.
Good to see you, Lawrence.
And,
Close.
Lawrence is immediately hugging everyone, including Svile.
Yeah. So okay. So Lawrence, Christian Sirgaze is standing in front of you.
Well, aren't you a nice surprise?
I didn't expect to hear those words from you. Sorry about the fall, but I hope I timed that well enough. You all right?
Yeah. Now that I had my heart attack for the day, yes.
Is everyone all right? No one injured?
Are you okay?
I dare say someone is injured. Brayden?
I'm good, just I
Not you,
expect
you
to see... I know.
Lawrence
Points up to tower.
Maybe, give it 5-10 minutes, we could go back up there, see what happened.
if there's anything left.
I'd see if there's anything left. Because I doubt he's surviving that.
I imagine
for
not.
one, recommend we put this behind us.
We need to get you out of here.
Lawrence,
I
Sorry.
think Brayden would look at Lawrence and be like, any reason to go back up there?
Wasn't someone talking about getting his arm?
I think Sockham. I don't know. Did Sockham mention that? I don't remember.
Yeah, he did.
Okay. I know Sockham wanted his arm.
He promised Vajra his arm.
Well, that's Sock's issue, but
I
if one of us
assume
wants to
Ed
go up for it.
left.
Yeah, we can. I mean, we can go back and check, but
And, Lawrence, touches his new holy symbol burn scar.
Yeah.
Just, I
That's-
think.
Different. What the heck happened?
More to the point, how are you on your feet?
And he traces along the burn where the two spokes of Gon's holy symbol is.
Right.
He says, apparently, Master Embrick and Master Avi got heard by Forge Master Gon. Forge Master Gon, they took a liking to me and made an offer.
Made an offer. He looks at Rockham like, oh fuck.
yeah, here we go again.
And Lawrence, looks from Rock to Tristan, back to Rock, and then raises a finger like, right, not like Stockham's dumbass.
What?
Do you actually say that?
What?
Well, given
Do you actually say that?
Don't have a reason not to.
Oh, probably no. It's probably me. Right? No, I worry that badly. He asked if I was wanting to be a cleric for him, to be one of his. I
He
said
actually used the word champion.
yes.
He didn't say
And-
cleric, he said champion.
Sorry. He asked if I wanted to be his champion. I said yes.
Champion. Champion of a god.
Question mark.
Not the strangest thing that has happened this evening. Are we leaving, children?
And Lawrence looks back at where he knows Manshoon's probably very bloody corpse.
Make
if
a perception
there's anything
check.
left, is still there.
Make a perception check.
All of us or just him?
Just him. He's the only one looking.
I mean, unless we follow his gaze.
Yeah, that's fair.
You don't notice anything amiss.
And it's probably just shrug. No reason for me to stay. Let's go home.
I think Sockham can do without the arm.
Alright.
What would she need an arm for anyway?
And
Yeah,
Lawrence would
let's
probably look over like, arm for what? Who?
According to Sock'em, Vajra wanted his arm.
I would ask, but I probably don't want to know the answer.
You and me both.
Trophy, probably. Like, ha, I finally beat him.
Well, one of them.
Well,
Regardless, we should get out of here.
agreed.
Agreed.
Let's
If
go.
he was working on anything up there, I'd rather not leave it for the rest of them.
As Vile like links your arm, Brayton, and she's like unsteady on her feet.
Can you walk?
I'll
Lawrence?
like hold her.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Make sure she's alright.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
stay
fine.
nearby
She's
Lawrence.
just shaky. She fell, a couple hundred feet.
Yeah, and Lawrence, now that he's had a chance to recover, it's like, oh, well then.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, that
I'll
adrenaline.
panic about that later.
Right, back to the bookworm then.
There is a pair of very worried Ganasis we should go see.
Yeah, we should go there first.
Can I
Yeah.
recommend a carriage?
Sure.
Sure.
Has Lawrence been around for the whole pain and plat shenanigans?
Probably not. No.
We'll tell you about it later.
Well, I think it was right after he got grabbed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
So you guys take a couple of carriages back toward Trosco Alley, and the camera lingers on the tower, and it zooms back in, and we see the Rakshasa like lighting his pipe in an Arcanist workshop. No sign of Manshoon. And takes a
That
draw
man
from
got
his
banished.
pipe. Sorry?
That man got banished.
And he exhales a long plume of smoke. And we see him, like, take a couple of things from the workbench, like unidentifiable magical bric-a-brac, and, like, puts them into the robes that he's wearing. And then just, like, waves his hand like a Jedi, and everything catches on fire.
See, I was going to suggest that, but I don't think anyone went for it.
And then he turns, and he just, like, steps out of frame, and there's a brief, like, gust of wind, and he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
As the room is burning, another door opens, and we can barely see inside as the flames are beginning to, like, take this room, but we see 3, like, shadowy figures in this room. And just before we cut to the next scene, the flames get high enough that we can see the face of the nearest person, and it's Manshoon.
Knew it!
Fuck. Okay.
I fucking knew it.
God.
I was concerned about that.
As soon as you said he was conversing with himself, I knew it.
Yeah.
Sleep thing is what I conned onto. Dang
That'll
it.
probably come back to bite us later. But for now, we have Lawrence.
Yeah, but for now, we have Lawrence.
That's one massive time crunch off our chests.
So, you guys make your way. Oh no, we don't. There's one more thing we have to do first, which is while you guys are making your way back. Sock'em, you had a thing you wanted to do, I believe.
Yeah.
So you slip downstairs while Pierce is absorbed in his book, and you see Rashal standing at the counter. He's got a big, like, ledger open in front of him, and he's got his left hand on the Stone of Galore, and he's just feverishly writing with his right hand.
Oh no.
Fuck.
Getting your use out of it while you can, my
He
friend.
jumps, and like the pen goes flying upwards. But he makes a point to, like, you hear his talons, like, clink on the stone as he grips it, so he doesn't let go of it. And he turns and he says, "Master Sock'em, I see no reason not to utilize a device in our possession whilst the others are away. There is no inherent risk as Galore desires only solitude. A bit exploitative, perhaps, but an opportunity such as this is... Shouldn't you be in bed?"
Actually,
Not the first time he's heard that.
Rachel, we share the same thought.
I I see. Master Sockham, forgive me, but I'm loath to relinquish my connection to the ancient until the others have returned and forced it upon me. I fear what will happen when the beast recedes. I am afraid what it will take in exchange.
Likely your memory of receiving it. If Braden is to believe, he believed.
Nods, but it's like there's an understanding in that nod that is like a little bit alien to you. It's like there's an unstated yes and he's afraid of the and.
Then perhaps you could get the information for me.
I shall certainly make the attempt. Of course, anything for a fellow KnightLite. Yes. What is it that you? What knowledge do you? I would be remiss if I kept such a thing. And he keeps looking at the stone like Bilbo with the ring, like.
Oh, I was afraid of that.
He's gonna like put his hand on like Rashal's shoulder.
Yeah, he's like clammy and feverish.
My friend, collect yourself.
I'm quite well. We have a limited time, Master Sockham, and there's so much that needs to be understood. That can be understood.
I need a book of notes.
A book. I have several notations here before me.
I'll need you to fill a book with the answers to my questions.
He turns the page in the book in front of him.
A separate one, if you could.
Can it not be copied in the end?
I suppose it could. My first question is an obvious one.
He nods.
Where is the vault?
You'll forgive me for saying so, Master Sockham, but just for the sake of clarity, you're asking the Vault of Dragons, then?
Yes.
So Rashal nods. He closes his eyes for a second. You see the stone swirl. Not the physical shape doesn't change, but the pattern of the jasper swirls like an oil painting.
Oh, I like that. That's a pretty.
Can you make a perception check for me?
Yeah. Oh god, I got the jitters.
You have the jitters.
I don't even know why.
Because we have this MacGuffin we've been chasing most of the campaign.
So
very, tight claws.
The swirls in the jasper almost look like tentacles.
Ooh.
Yeah. And after a moment, Rashal opens his eyes and writes something in the book. And he nods. Very, very well, Master Sockham. Any other things that you desire?
How about a brief list? It's short, I promise.
Nods.
And he rattles these off real quick.
Yep.
Second of all, how do we open it?
Okay.
What is its origin?
Wait. Okay. What is its origin? Okay.
And then he wants information on a couple of people.
So when you say what is its origin, Rochelle focuses again. He writes something down when you say how do you open it, and then when you say what is its origin, you see his talons tense on the stone, and he starts spasming, and he drops the quill, and then when he opens his eyes, they're the same color as the stone.
Oh no.
And can you make a saving throw, please?
What one?
I believe this is dexterity. Let me double check.
Can I count this towards danger sense?
Yes.
Cool.
What does danger sense give you?
Advantage.
Okay. Oh, fuck me.
I'm gonna
this-
re-roll that.
You have inspiration?
I do.
This is a good time to re-roll that. How much HP are you at, just out of curiosity?
Full.
You're at full. Okay. I feel less bad about this then.
Oh,
I get the feeling I still failed then.
You did not fail, but you're
Okay.
not raging.
Yes.
This
This is true. These are true facts.
So you're gonna be taking half of 38 cold damage
Ooh.
Yikes.
as like his other hand comes up and just blasts you with a cone of cold. Books go everywhere, like sheets of paper get like kicked up. You get blasted back against the stairs. You hear Pierce shout from above you. So that's 19 points of cold damage.
Yeah, hang on. I'm doing that math right.
I thought you were at much less. I was afraid of that.
Cone of cold in my ass. This boy about to get grappled.
Okay. So roll initiative, please.
Actually,
it's not really hard first.
how big is the shop?
2 stories.
I mean, like, how high above my head is the ceiling?
Oh, like
Given the story,
you can bear, but you'd have to stoop.
That'll be fine.
Yeah, it's probably got like 11-foot ceilings.
Okay, so it's bear and try to get a hold of Rashal.
Yeah, Rashal is small for a Dragonborn, and he's a wizard. So make an athletics check. He will oppose. Galore does not give him any bonus to this, so you have advantage because your size category larger. My god. Okay, yeah, you easily just like get your arms around him. Do you like separate him from the stone?
Yeah.
Okay, so you pull him off the stone, and he's like, yeah, like snarling and trying to bite you, and then you break the connection with the stone, and he just goes limp.
Goes limp, drop rage, shout for Pierce.
Yeah, Pierce is already downstairs, and you hear him say, like, what the fuck happened?
Galore can possess if overuse occurs, I think.
I think
Well-
you let go of Rashal, and Rashal just like flumps to the ground.
Oh no, he's holding up Rashal.
Okay, Rashal is like just vacant. He's not there. He's checked out.
He's not gonna let his best buddy drop.
And yeah, Pierce is like he started to like pick up papers, and then he says like what did you do? What happened? What was that noise? Like
Rashal was using the stone, and
is he
I
okay?
think
Where's Connie?
everyone's off saving Lawrence. Still, I think Galore took hold of Rashal because he used it too long.
Okay, so we know the stone is bad news. Is he okay? He's not moving.
I'm not sure.
You want to make a medicine check?
Yeah. That. Yeah, that
He's
checks.
alive. He's like his heart's beating. He's breathing, but he's just not reacting to stimulus at all.
He's gonna like get Rashal into like the bridal carry.
Yeah, easily. Like, you don't even need to make a check. Like it's easily within your carry capacity.
Yeah, and he's gonna take it over to
He's got like
gonna
he's
take
got
him up
a
to that
cushy
bed.
he's got like a cushy chair that he sits in to read.
Yeah, he's gonna go over and sit him down in that.
It's one of those chairs that you less sit on and more set inside. The big basket
yeah.
motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Mhm.
those chairs. They're
just,
out.
like set him on that, and he just kind of flumps backwards. He's just staring vacantly forward.
I think Sockham's gonna take a page out of Braden's book with a couple of tricks from Pierce, Unseen Servant,
Okay.
and get that stone onto like a high shelf or something.
I mean, it's on the counter currently, but okay. You want to put it like on top of a bookcase?
Yeah.
The Unseen Servant can't fly.
Yeah. But I imagine if it doesn't have a shape, the size shouldn't fully matter.
Can the Unseen Servant make saves?
Because
I know the Unseen Servant can't fight.
It has a strength score.
Does it have a wisdom score?
It does not.
Okay. Does it say anything about automatically passing or failing saves?
I'm
Yeah,
taking a look.
exactly, Trace Garrett. That is exactly what I was talking about.
Blank.
Hey,
Except it's got like a big like wicker back to it.
exactly.
Let's see. Smoker's invisible,
the
mindless
spell
shape.
literally said-
Mindless. Okay, it's mindless.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I think it picks up the stone, it moves it about 5 feet, and then the stone just falls to the floor.
That was my last slot for the day.
Just leave it. We're down here and we're awake. If anybody tries to do anything, we'll stop them.
Yeah.
You could
He
use...
he like runs back upstairs, grabs his shield and that pick he got,
Yeah, right.
comes back down, and he just like sits on the floor in front of the stone.
All right, you do that. I'll pick up the shop, I guess. And yeah, time passes, and eventually everybody else gets back. So you guys come back to see the stone on the floor,
Okay.
Rashal like catatonic in a chair, Salcom sitting on the floor in front of the stone, and Pierce like trying to fix Rashal.
The
Good.
hell happened?
It's
What
good that you-
happened here?
It's good that you guys are back. Connie, go check on Pierce. Lawrence, it's good to see you, my brother.
Go check on Pierce? What?
Sorry, go check on Rashal.
Go check on Rashal? What? Go runs over.
Yeah,
You
make a
weren't
medicine
gone
check,
long. What the
Connie.
hell happened?
What the hell did I miss?
Second of all, Braden, Zvile, take a look through those notes. You'll probably find them more useful. There should be something about opening the vault.
The hell happened?
So,
Context.
have you dealt with like somebody who can go catatonic, Connie? Like, is that a thing that has happened to you? Like somebody whose stress response is to shut off.
I mean,
Oh.
you shut off one thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, he is gone.
Just no one home.
No one home.
Lights are on, nobody's there.
Elevator music, please.
Basically.
Okay. Can I determine if there's a magical cause to this, or is this strictly physical?
How would you go about determining that? Like, I'm happy to let you do it, but how would you know?
I'm going to try casting Dispel Magic on him.
Okay. So you cast the spell magic on him. Nothing really happens.
Okay, that didn't work.
Like, Tristan's like beside you at this point.
Yeah, it's like no one's there. No one's home.
I think Tristan says, "Do you have any smelling salts, Dove?"
Smelling salts. Let me check.
Sockman, what the fuck happened? We weren't even gone that long.
I was going to... Well, I knew you all would try to stop me, so I figured while you were gone, I'd ask Glor a couple questions, and as fate would have it, Rashal was one step ahead of me.
Oh no.
I implored him to ask a few for me, and all of a sudden, it seemed as though Rashal was lost to Galore. And he, like, gestures to, like, Where his skin probably looks paler, like where the cone.
Yeah,
hit
where
out.
you got frostbitten. Yeah.
I was about to ask, is there like
Yeah, he's hurt. He got fucked up.
He attacked, and let me tell you, our friend Rashal is much stronger than he looks. Oh boy.
Do I in fact have smelling salts?
I don't know. Do you? I feel like you've used them before.
You've used them on us a couple times.
Mhm.
Well, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, so you like wave the smelling salts under his nose, and Rashal like coughs a few times, like shoves them away from you, and then just like there's a beat, and then he just starts sobbing into his hands.
Okay. A hug for a shawl. Hug for a shawl. It's okay. It's okay. You're safe.
Sockham's gonna run over.
It's okay.
Mostly just
Patting him on the back, like, oh no, tiny crying dragon.
Yeah, right.
What happened?
I am sorry, Master Sorghum.
Are you hurt?
No, well, quite well. I think.
Do you have all your faculties about you?
I believe so. Yes.
Good.
That
Good.
was something that I had hoped to never experience again.
You didn't think to wait till we got back to do
I
that.
think like Braden like is like staring at the stone like the fuck, and it like perks up a bit. It's like, wait a minute, you remember?
I remember that I was overcome and implored the arcane against someone who did not deserve its ire.
I think like Sockham just like cracks his neck. It was no bother. Barely hurt. Absolutely lying.
Yeah, right. I think the like I think Rashal gives you like the man about to drop off the noose face. Like the dude who knows he's fucked.
Yeah. Because Rockham has beautiful timing.
I
there
can
a
patch him
reason
up.
you didn't-
No harm, no foul.
Is there a reason you didn't wait till the rest of us got back? We weren't going to be that long.
For precisely the eventuality I was attempting to mitigate, Master Rockham.
You were trying to see if there was a limitation to the number of uses before something happened?
He shakes his head. No,
Good, because then I'd throttle you.
I was... You'll forgive me, my memory of the exact circumstances were lacking, but I know myself, so to say, and I know that I would attempt to use such a device away from targets, knowing the power that it would wield through me if such an eventuality occurred.
I see. You were doing it while there was no one here, in case something happened.
Precisely. I am of very little consequence to an individual such as Galore. There is no great secrets within my mind, and no great damage my body could do beyond the literal.
Well, never do that again, or anything of its ilk, or I'll throttle you, my friend.
Yeah, let's mess with the magical fuckery item when other people are nearby in
The
case
only
shit goes south.
thing that I can recall is the act of holding forth the Dalian... I fucked that up. Calling forth the Dalian squall. I do not know the circumstances, but I am moved. Master Sorghum, I am deeply... You have rights to demand my position.
You wrote down some stuff and he's gesturing at the journal.
If it makes you feel better, Rashal, Braden has stabbed me under the control of something else, and he's still a part of the family too, so...
That's fair.
Yeah, everybody gets a couple.
It does very little
Keep that in mind.
to soothe. It appears that Galore had the foresight not to employ flame, which would have been far more devastating, I fear.
Very.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
so let's not mess with the fucking magic stone.
Let's not mess with the magic stone, and if we do, let's mute the person so they can't cast spells. Well, fewer spells.
In the meantime, let's.
I can help with that.
Sockham's gonna go take a look at the note.
Yeah, I want to see what was on it.
Can you read Draconic?
Fuck.
No.
No.
Rochelle
we
can
can-
probably write faster in Draconic than he can in Common.
I don't have any spell slots left either.
Oops.
It's
Darn it.
native thing, isn't it?
Does Tristan speak Draconic? Tristan might be able to help you. I know
I'm
Piers
pretty
can for sure, but let me see if Tristan can, because it's easier to play Tristan than Piers.
I had a language token. I never settled what it was because nothing made sense except maybe Orcish.
Tristan speaks Draconic, so if you want to take Draconic,
There you go.
That works.
okay. If you want Draconic,
Damn
feel
it.
free.
Stop doing that.
So yeah, if you want to take a look at it, Connie,
Wait a minute. Does folk hero come with a language?
it might. Can you make an intelligence check? Because I feel like he also wrote it in shorthand. Because Galore is not going to wait for him to write it down, you know.
Right. Just straight in.
Yeah, just straight in check. See if you can parse it.
Got any
Oh, yeah.
inspirations left, Sockam?
Oh yeah. So Rochelle was at this for a while, apparently, because this book was blank, and he's filled up about a third of it.
Oh
Wow.
Wow.
Most of it is stuff that doesn't make any sense to you. For example, one of the phrases that he wrote is "Lily is alive."
Absolutely.
He didn't write the question that he was asking, he only wrote the answers.
Okay.
So there's one that says, like, Baldur's Gate. There's one that says, like, Vajra hasn't told you everything. There's a bunch of stuff like that. And then, like, near the end, there's, he starts two of them with the words, "tell him." He says, "Tell him it's a theater," and then, "Tell him you need 3 keys," and then it lists 3 keys. I need to look up specifically what it is, but you have that information.
So yeah, she'll prattle off
And
what
then
she
the
can.
and then the very last piece of writing, he starts to write "tell him," he stops at the H, and then he just writes "kill" about 12 times.
Oh dear.
Wow.
Yikes.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, don't fuck with the magic stone, guys. Good to know.
Is that what he is? Does Connie like read that? Like say it's kill him 12, whatever.
I think she omits that part.
It's not
Okay.
kill him, it's just kill.
Ah,
So yeah, she reads them off, and the entire time she's like looking at Rashal, like, "Stop me if it's personal."
Yeah, like as soon as you start reading the stuff that wasn't from Sockham, he says, like, "If you would be so kind, Miss Gambleson, the only
Of course.
relevant bit is at the end."
Right.
so,
Yeah.
So
Well, take a moment while that's being read off
wait a minute.
and just study Rachel's reactions as things are being read off. Just
A
it's
theater.
not that I don't
with
trust
3
Rachel,
keys.
it's just that I don't trust the stone and what it might have done to him.
exactly are you asking? Like,
If he's trying to hide something from us.
probably.
Okay. I just don't know a way with insight to determine if it's personal or if it's possibly dangerous, or both.
Like, again, he literally said, like,
Yeah.
"Do you mind?" Right? Like,
Right. Like, for example, who the heck is Lily?
Yeah.
right. Exactly.
Okay. So one of the last two things you said was a theater, 3 key.
And then Connie will list off whatever those specific keys are.
For the record, the keys that you need are a Beholder's Eye Stalk, a Bronze Dragon Scale, and a Cask of Dwarven Ale.
Beholder, Eye Stalk.
Well, we've got 2 of them. Actually, wait, no.
Hold on. Beholder, Eye Stalk,
we have a-
Bronze Dragon?
That's weirdly specific.
And what was the third one?
A Cask of Dwarven Ale.
Thank you. I'm
Okay.
slow at typing.
We know exactly where to get them. I still have that fucking gazer eye. I don't know if that would work.
Braden,
Probably
No, it
not.
says Eye Stalk. You have the
Brayden.
central eye.
Oh, okay.
And
you
then Tristan's literally holding a bronze dragon scale
Yep, Tristan
in
got
his
one.
possession.
And
Braden,
we get the ale.
do you still have the brew?
Oh, aye, I would like take the ring off and hand it back.
If we have no more use of it, I'm gonna go return it and I'll buy that ale.
Probably a good idea.
We should tell Embrick and Avi Lawrence is back too.
Should I buy 2 casks?
A little celebratory drink.
Want me to go with you? Help carry stuff.
I am pleased to see you safe, Master Parnassus, but I don't much feel up to celebrating tonight, if you forgive me.
And Lawrence, waves a hand like, given what just happened, I completely understand.
This is
And
this,
given the circumstances, I would be very, very okay with getting some proper sleep for the first time in a while.
I think we could all use some sleep.
you know,
should
this is just a thought.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I could reach down any deeper.
What do you mean?
So to say, I think I'm out of.
Lycanthropy,
ability-
says Tristan.
Yes. I think I've run out for the day, so to speak.
I still have plenty
And-
left, but
And I've already. Well, I didn't think I'd get the chance to come down, so I have already cut my attunement connection with Azure Edge for the night. If I empty my pockets, I'm not a threat. He's like looking at the stone saying all this.
I mean, we're just going to the
I
tavern.
can stop you if you do something, Salcom, but it's not going to be comfortable when you come back.
I can't say I'd mind. I have a few more things I want to know.
I've no objections.
I'm fine with a few burn wounds if I get ounces.
If I can do one thing just for peace of mind, I guess.
What do you want to know still?
How are you doing on magic, Dove?
I've got a little bit, but not a lot.
Can you bring him round if I, snaps his fingers and makes a spark?
If you don't overdo it, yeah.
I might also be able to.
I'm not
Lawrence.
the best at restraint, but I'll do what I can.
Worst case scenario, I still have something in the tank.
Lawrence kind of raised a hand like, given my current circumstances, I've got plenty to work with if you need a bit of a magical smack.
Can you heal?
Yes.
Better
Wait,
than
you
nothing.
can heal now?
This is news.
And, he taps his burn mark and he just smiles and he says,
Yeah, first time Sockham's champion of who's gone.
Forge Master, Gond.
Are we doing
Oh.
the stone first, or are we celebrating first?
I'd like to get my answers if you don't mind.
I'll
suppose.
sit with him if the rest of you want to head down to the Steam and the Steel. The fewer targets, the better, I think.
I'm gonna wait outside.
I'll be on standby for healing then.
Oh, if you want to stay here, then by all means. If no one
I wasn't sure
objects...
who needed.
Sorry?
Well, let's get the stone out of the way, and then we'll go tell them.
Very well.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure who you needed.
The stage is yours, Salcom. Tristan steps back.
Yes.
Protectively in front of Connie.
Yeah, he's gonna
Give him some room, yeah.
He's
Tristan
gonna grab.
steps back in front of Connie, and Connie's like trying to get out from behind him so she can actually see him.
Right, yeah.
He's gonna, just so he knows he's ready to do all this, he's gonna empty all of his stuff. Like, he's gonna drop his shield and the new pick behind the counter.
Right.
And he's gonna grab the book and the quill if it's still next to it. Set it up all next to the stone, and then grab hold.
Alright, let me look up specifically the rules for this. I think it's a wisdom save, but I want to triple check.
Let us know what you're actually asking, not just the answers.
Yeah.
That way we can hear what you're asking.
I mean, he's gonna write it in common, so you'll know either
Here we go.
way.
That's fair.
Do-do-do.
Hello?
I'm sorry.
Hi.
I'm just checking a thing. Sorry.
Okay. I didn't know if I crashed because it got so quiet.
No. I'm
No,
I'm just reading exactly what you have to do to attune to it.
In the meantime, what are you planning to ask?
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw, Falcom.
Here we go.
Okay, so that is definitely not enough, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Does anybody have inspiration that they want to give him?
I mean, yeah, I could.
If I have any,
I don't know if you do or not. You're the one who knows.
I'll give him mine.
Okay,
Okay.
if you want to re-roll that, you can.
Oh, I can cast guidance on him.
That might be
there
good.
you go.
Yeah, that's what, an extra D4 I can add?
Correct. I mean,
I
I would, I
Two
would,
to be
I would,
specific.
I would re-roll it first with Braden's inspiration and then add the 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does guidance stack?
It does not. No.
Okay, because I can also cast.
Okay, that's much better. So, you touch the stone and you like focus on it. Imagine you are still in Rashal's shop. You are still standing there touching the stone. But you're also surrounded by dark water.
Is it like that effect you see in movies where it's like put over the lens?
Yes.
Okay.
There's not a sense of rushing water. It's like it would flicker and Salcom is suspended in a dark ocean. And then it flickers and you're standing back in the shop, and then it flickers and you're in the dark ocean. Right?
What, so similar to the Mortal Shell realm?
Yes, actually.
I was about
Yes.
to make that same comparison.
And we see something like pass in front of the camera. It's big and it's tentacly. You feel the movement of the water. And then you hear
Intruder, mortal.
Ooh, this is low follow again.
Leave.
I've got questions, and then I'll put you somewhere no one can ever find you again. Solitude. Forever.
you feel the water move between your ears. Your balance upends. The rest of you see Salcom like trance out.
Okay.
And you, Salcom, you hear
You do not know what you offer. You do not know the impossibility.
This is true.
Speak.
Speak as in ask my questions.
yes, speak. He said speak.
And we can't hear him saying anything on our end?
No.
He's gonna start with that first question he had before.
Okay.
Or that second. The one that Rashal wasn't able to get down.
There was the third one that he wasn't able to get down.
Right. The origin of the vault.
Yeah, he says,
Ancient peoples, long away, driven into the earth.
Oh shit.
Interesting.
That's a couple possibilities.
for the record, you need to make a save per question.
Okay.
Oh.
I need wisdom save for that?
It's a wisdom save. Connie's guidance will apply for all of it because it's happened in an instant.
Okay. So I make one now, or?
If you have another question, yes.
Okay.
Wonder if you would know anything about Leaf.
So 14 is not enough, but you didn't fail badly enough for him to take control. So I think you feel the presence start to swim away.
Like, he just... Water? No water? No water. Okay.
What can you offer?
Solitude. Where we own a building. We own a building. We can put a safe into the ground, put you in it, get it enchanted so no one can ever find it, and then bury it. You'll be alone to yourself forever. That's what you want, right?
Make a persuasion check. I'm warning you now. I'm rolling against it. Okay.
Ooh. Any chance I can bolster that with an inspiration?
You can't inspire yourself, no.
Oh, really?
Really.
We've done that before.
Yeah, I know, but in this case you can't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ooh.
I can't add that to the guidance. I can add guidance to that.
You can add guidance to it.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So you got a 15. Galore got a 14. So there's a pause, and you feel the current reduce somewhat. And Galore says,
Very well. You may ask 3 times.
Ooh. Am I this is a trance state, yeah?
you're in a trance state. This is happening in less than a second.
Okay, so I have no way to ask the others for questions. That they
No.
may- I guess one of the other things I wanted was... I gotta think about my wording here. Anytime stuff like this presents itself in D&D, I treat it like a fucking genie, because screw that.
Okay. By the way, you feel something pushing back on you, and as you're talking, you see flashes of your memories in the water around you.
So this is an exchange.
Oh yes.
Oh god.
What secrets do you know, Sockham?
He's gonna learn about Miss Blackwater's blackberry pie.
That's what you're concerned about. Okay.
Well, it's a bit of a strange question, but I think it's been one that's been riding Sockham's mind for a while.
Okay.
Who are the leaders of Waterdeep?
Who are the leaders of Waterdeep?
Yeah.
You mean the lords?
Yeah.
You want to know all of the masked lords of Waterdeep.
Oh no.
You son
This
of
should
a
be
bitch! Okay.
Listen, the idea of a masked lord was introduced to them through Mert, and they found out Vajra was also one.
If there are two, he's curious who the others are.
And Durnan may or may not be.
So I don't know all of them. I like as the GM do not know all of them.
And I understand that.
Galore does.
Hmm.
So I will tell you some of the names that I know.
Hold on. Okie dokie.
Vajra Safar, Mert the Merciless,
Mhm.
Jarlail Bainray,
Oh, lovely.
Oh god.
Fun cakes.
I don't remember how to spell his name.
It's
Jarlaxle, if you want to do it phonetics.
I'll just correct that later.
I think
That was
this
back
is
to
one.
pitch.
Let me double check. No, he is not. Okay. Is it you? Are you the one? Yes. Amalia Castellanter.
How do you spell that?
Ammalia Castellanter.
Ma.
Amalia
The
Castellanter.
Lantern.
I'm looking through my list here.
Yeah.
Is Durnan not one?
Durnan is one.
Okay.
Well, we've just made it clear he kind of rejects the position.
But he is technically one. Dagult Neverember.
What?
Not a surprise.
Keep in mind, we don't know this until Sockham tells us.
I know. But still, what?
I mean, this is all getting written down.
How are you writing it down?
Oh, right, this is happening. Okay, no, it's going to get written down.
Hopefully.
I'm trying to think. Laurel Silverhand. Duh. Because you said lords, not mask lords. Trying to think, who are the other guilds of Waterdeep? Because the leaders of the guilds. Like, he names a bunch of people that you have no idea who they are. All the leaders of the guilds are lords of Waterdeep. Like, of the major guilds, I mean.
Wait, so who was the one for the Zentarum?
The Zentarum do not count in that regard, actually.
Ah, okay.
Interesting.
However, technically, Xanathar is a Lord of Waterdeep.
Oh.
That's intriguing.
I was about to suggest it as a joke, but okay.
Doesn't surprise me too much.
So,
but then a lot of names you don't know.
so the Xanathar get the Anakin Skywalker treatment.
Yes.
I mean, they do still technically have sway in the politics, albeit.
Yeah, but also like they don't reveal who they are. Like the only one who is like I'm a Zentarum is Zaraj the Hunter, and Zaraj the Hunter is not the Lord of Waterdeep.
No.
So I think one of the Doom Raiders is mentioned, but it's only like you're only superficially aware of it. I think the one that would count as the Lord of Waterdeep would be. I can find his friends. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Yes,
Is it...
Tashlin Yafira.
Aye.
Which one? Tashlin.
Tashlin Yafira.
Oh,
You have 2 more questions, Salcom.
Yes. Okay. So. Another.
There's way more lords than you thought there were.
Yeah, no. Sockham gets this and he's like, by Mother Bear. God, what would be a good question to ask?
You said you had a bunch.
I did, and now I'm getting overwhelmed by my own choices.
Well, pick 2 more.
paralysis by analysis.
Pick 2 more.
You could ask what to actually do with the keys, because they're kind of eclectic.
Yeah, how do you use the keys for the Vault of Dragons?
The way will open.
Okay.
Ominous.
Sorry, did he say the walkway will open?
The
Just
way
the
will
way-
open.
The way will open.
Maybe if we just like have them on us, it'll do its thing.
And then.
I would love so much if Salcom asked like some kind of like asinine, like undefinable question like, am I good enough?
Oof.
What's your favorite pie?
Yeah, right.
What is the meaning of life?
Why did you become a rock?
Oh. Duh, that's an easy one. What kind of defenses are within the what kind of defenses does the vault have?
All right. Valid.
On the other hand, fuck you. Spoilers.
No, that is completely and utterly valid.
No,
I'm gonna stop doing that voice because it's killing my throat.
I was
Yeah.
saying-
I was expecting that to come up eventually.
But, he informs you that
Oh god, I'm so jittery.
he informs you that Aranax guards the vault.
Okay.
He wields the dragon staff of Agarian.
That's the name.
I'm sorry. Okay. Agarian.
Agarian Skies is my favorite Minecraft mod pack.
Thank you. Glad someone did it.
And
Mm-hmm.
the Salamandra.
Fuck.
Oh, lovely.
God damn it.
I'm sorry. What's the
Should have seen it coming.
It's a reference to several things.
Yes.
Aranax guards the vault. He wields the dragon staff of Agarian and the Salamandra.
I want it. I want it.
I don't know what
If it's the one I'm thinking of.
It's the one you're thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the fuck that is. So I'm excited.
Simple. Don't worry, guys. You're not alone.
You will find out.
You feel the connection start to break with that last question. Can you please make for me an intelligence saving throw and a wisdom saving throw in that order?
Oh, good.
Can
Assume
he take
guidance.
the +2 still?
He can.
Oh boy, oopsies.
Okay. So I have good news for you and I have bad news for you.
Alright.
The good news is Galore does not take from you your childhood memories.
Oh, good.
However, he saw every memory you have in your mind.
Lovely.
Galore now knows everything Salcom knows.
How many pies did you take?
That's not too bad.
When you come out of the trance, the information that Galore imparted to you begins to fade like waking up from a dream.
Yeah, he's throwing that onto the paper ASAP.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Spitting, he's like babbling it as he.
You can mark down one of them.
Oh.
Oh.
You choose.
The vault's defenses.
Okay. So you guys see Salcom like grab a pen and start hastily writing, and in like rushed, very poor handwriting, You see Aranax guards the vault, wields the Dragon Staff of Agarian and the Salamandra.
Huh.
Sockham looks like he's like holding his breath. Just glaring at what he wrote down.
And now you have forgotten everything. Slocum turns around. I think I'll eat it now.
He takes a deep breath. So did I already go into that?
Yes, you did. You all right?
It's visibly
Yeah.
tense.
How you feeling?
Do I remember the interaction I had with Galore?
No.
And I didn't stand up and fight anyone.
Nope.
Thankfully
Oh,
not.
good.
So I don't remember Jack Diddly Doodah what. So you're gonna have to follow me on this train of thought, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if I offered it, but if I did, I'm gonna follow through with it.
Offer what?
We
Did
need
you
to-
offer?
We need to buy a safe. We need to enchant the safe so no one can ever find it. We need to bury the safe underneath Troll Skull. And we need to have the stone. We need to have Galore in the safe that no one can find that's underneath Troll Skull.
Oddly specific.
It seems like a lot of steps, but
Yeah.
Don't we need the stone to get to the vault?
We have all the information we need.
I suppose.
Well,
If Galore wants to be left alone, then logically, I hope I would have offered that I'll make sure he's left alone forever. And if we get a vault if we get a safe that can never be found ever again, put Galore inside of it, and then bury it.
There's one problem with that idea.
What?
I feel like people are gonna notice if we start digging around underground.
I mean, we're going to get the Planet Prison missions to put in the room in the cellar, so
That's fair.
just
So we just dig a little bit deeper.
And keep our mouth shut.
Connie walks over to read over his shoulder,
Yeah.
Okay.
and she's like, "Okay, so what we know is, Eyestalk, Dragon Scale, Dwarven Ale,
At the theater.
apparently the vault is a
which theater?
Oh no, it's marked. I just don't remember the name of it.
Oh, okay.
The Star Singer Theater?
Yes.
Good job.
Why is the vault a what?
Oh no, sorry. Was that the theater that you were practicing at?
Yeah, that was the
No,
practicing
it's not
theater.
that theater. It's a different theater.
Okay. It still doesn't answer the question of why a theater.
Yeah.
People wouldn't expect it, I guess.
Okay, so what is an Aranax, and who is Agarian, and what is a Salamandra?
Sounds like a lizard.
So
It does sound like a lizard.
You said some things that Rochelle might know the answer to.
I was
You
hoping
said some
for that.
things that Tristan might know the answer to.
Specifically, Agarian and his Dargan staff.
Yeah. So Rochelle perks up, and he's still a little bit shook, and Tristan gently eases him back in the chair. He's like, "I got this," and he turns, and he says, "Well, I can answer some of those questions."
Alright.
Go on.
Well, for starters, Aranax, that's draconic. I couldn't tell you what it means, which leads me to believe that it's a name of a dragon.
So there might be a dragon in there.
I think Sockham.
There's a dragon in the Vault of Dragons. Go figure.
I think Sockham jumps to his feet and claps. I knew it.
We are in no shape to
The-
fight a dragon right now.
Dragon Staff of Agarian was, and he rolled pretty good on this, last wielded by Marrow one of the city's archmages.
Hey.
Merrill is...
Lawrence looks over. Archmage Stone Marrow?
No, not Merrill. Merrill.
Oh.
M-A-R-I-L. Merrill.
Oh, okay.
First name, by the way. It says, disappeared, well, before our time, before the Spell Plague. You know, this is a historical figure, which would make this Aronnax deuced old.
Are older dragons harder to kill? Or
Quite.
easier? Or
Quite
okay.
harder. And the
Oh, boy.
Salamandra... Let's just say I know someone who would be thrilled to have that in their collection. It's a blade of resonant power, to say the least. It's an artifact of a, well, previous age. It's not a draconic implement unto itself, but it wields fire almost as well as you do, Lawrence.
That's pretty awesome. A little bit terrifying.
And Lawrence, has a sad little bit of a smile and says, and he, looks himself over. I think the proper phrase would be used to by now.
You know,
Whatever
make
the
fire
Dragon Staff of Vagarian does, which I'll need to do some research on, Master Rishal, not let him. If a dragon has it, it probably magnifies its power, and the Salamandra doubly so.
Oh boy.
So what I'm hearing is
Hopefully we won't need to fighting the dragon.
what I'm hearing is Daggle put possibly an old man dragon in his vault of dragons with 2 artifacts that are meant to make that old man dragon
Even stronger.
Precisely.
It's a good way to defend a vault, I suppose.
This is why I don't like rich people. He stands up.
Looks over at the sack of thousand knickknacks of gold.
I have a great deal more money than you do, Salcom. Technically, I'm rich people.
He just turns and looks Tristan in the eye. Don't ruin this. Don't.
And also, didn't you just recently play a carriage driver a platinum?
Yes, I did, because he probably
Please.
needed it.
Never do that again.
I feel like this makes you rich people.
And and Lawrence looks over at Sock like, I feel like I should ask, but I get the feeling that's going to be funny later.
I'm sorry. I feel like that makes you rich people. Sock'em, fax machine noises. You know what? That explains a lot.
That's all good to know, but we need to get you... He jerks the thumb out the door.
Yeah, let's get you back to Embrick and Avi.
And Lawrence sighs, and just there's this smile on his face, like, God, it's good to be home.
I'll be back
And that's the
with
last
ale.
shot of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Aww. I had an idea, but it can
Hey,
wait.
save it for next week.
Yeah, write it down. Whew.
Whew.
Wow.
That is one stage of Manshoon dealt with.
Finally, progress.
We're getting there. We're learning how to progress.
You're learning how to progress, indeed. So, let's do some shout-outs. Tresca, start us off. You're back!
Yes, I am back. Tracer here, guys. And, God, is it good to be back. I am a mod for Kit's channel. I knit soft and fluffy things, and given it's starting to get cold out there, feel free to hit me up. I do scarves, I do blankets, and lately I'm doing coasters, if you're catching my Soft Saturday streams. So there's that. If you're starting to feel like things are getting a little bit tight for finances, given the holidays are coming up, feel free to hit me up for that too, because I'm actually I'm actually kind of a dab hand at budgeting. So anytime you need me, find me on the Discord.
Delta?
Yo, I'm Delta, your resident Mad Scotsman. You'll find me hanging about Kit's channel, usually waffling about doing bugger all. usually playing games or like Destiny and Warframe and such. And if you ever need a hand with something, give me a shout and I'll see if I can help.
Gamzee?
Ladies and gentlemen, as always, I'm training, gaining a little more experience with every single show. I do hope you enjoyed this one. If ever I'm needed, you can always find me in the Discord or in DMs or at Twitter at thehomes.com. Speaking of these places, if you weren't able to get a question out last hitting the books, or if you have one that has come to you in between, please send it to me, and I'll make sure it gets answered on the next showing. Be quick, because it sounds like there's talks of something new in the works.
Yes. We will get more information on that soon.
And till then, have a fantastic rest of your night.
Brightwind Inc.
Hi, I'm Brightwind Inc. Sometimes I do art stuff. Sometimes I mess with an Xbox for hours on end. Either way, you can find me at Brightwind Inc. on DeviantArt. I don't know why I paused there. DeviantArt, Discord, Twitter, Facebook. I think that's all of them. And Discord. Today was fun. Thanks for having me.
Grace Miller.
Hey, I'm Birch Mila, aka Gracie. I do a lot of art and things for Kids channel, and I also love tabletops. So if you like either of those things, give me a poke.
For my part, I am the sharp-eyed Kitsune, the teller of tales and the weaver of mysteries, the masked bard. This is the channel that is devoted to lore and storytelling, world-building, role-playing, and discussions of those things. So if that's to your fancy, you're in excellent company here, and I do hope that you enjoyed your time with us. I stream every single day that my health permits me to do so, and we're rolling with advantage in 2020, which is 2 chances to catch a given stream. This has been Decisive Action into Waterdeep featuring the KnightLites, our weekly D&D 5th edition module playthrough of Waterdeep Dragon Heist going into Tyranny of Dragons after the fact. I do hope that you enjoyed your time with us. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon with more Arttober. I think we'll be taking a look at Detention, if I can manage to get myself up. And then I'll be taking a half day, because we have some stuff coming up for Monday evening shows, but they require a little bit of prep, so hopefully you guys will have some information on that soon. You'll know something when I know something. Otherwise, stop by and hope to see you next time. For now, as always, it's time to leave you with these parting words. From myself and my keepers to all of you, the regulars, the followers, the newcomers, and the lurkers, whether you're just having a seat by the fire or you've got a running tap at the bar, remember, there's always more stories to tell. And hopefully, I'll see you all next time as we venture back into Waterdeep with a new chapter. Good night, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, and hope to see you again soon.